Okay, everybody, I forgot to put the starting soon thing on the bottom. I probably should have said that. That's why you're not hearing anything. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, let me put the little starting soon on the bottom. There we go. I forgot to put that on to start. All right. Okay, everyone, welcome in. Hopefully, let me make sure my audio is not too loud. This is probably a little bit better. Probably came in a little bit too loud there to start. Oh, is that a little bit better, everybody? Hopefully that's good. Okay, welcome in, folks. Welcome in. I hope I have a good show for you tonight. It's a big event. It's been what everybody said could never happen. It looks like it actually has. Oh, let me take off the starting soon. Oh, and let me welcome in. We got some guests in chat already. Oh, before the chat even started, we got a little note from IC847. Hi, Docta in chat. Have a great time tonight, friends. I'm going to have to watch the replay in the morning. I'm sure tonight's show is going to be fantastic as always. Thank you very much, IC. I appreciate that. Nutty the Squirrel. Hey, Dr. Phil. Hey, Chad. Welcome in, Nutty. Actually, you may not. That was from before we started. It may not be here yet. Elizu, Pondu. Hello. Hello, Elizu. Hopefully you're well. Rosalind. Hey, Rosalind. Hopefully you're having a good night. It was romantical. It was true love. True love. True love. Oh, Kidney J, you're such a romantic. We're all romantics here, though, right? That's what we're here for tonight. We're here because we still believe in love. We know that it's not dead in this jaded modern era. Welcome in, Nirvana, and welcome in, Mouse Toes. Yeah, we got a lot of love in spirit in the air tonight. Spirit of true love. I know a lot of people didn't think we'd be here for this. I'm not really sure if it's exactly 1 year. There's still some controversy about that. I guess it's been 1 year now, but was it 1 year when they posted it? Apparently, Chantel doesn't know the exact date that they were married, but that's okay, because I don't think anybody really knows. I don't think the government of Kuwait really knows either. Welcome in, Nancy. Love sucks. Well, I hope I can. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have much to change your opinion tonight, unfortunately. tonight, the Grinches in the audience may get what they feel is correct. So let me put on the little thing on the screen, and we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. And I also have some fun stuff on the side today, but I'm not going to bury the lead. So let me share the screen. Oh, and also welcome into Kidney J. Kidney J has her own channel. It's a great channel. She does a lot of really great vids, a lot of cool vids on HFC and Pink Fairy. And I think she does a really good, very thoughtful analysis, in my opinion. So definitely check her out. She's welcome to post a link if she'd like. Okay. Oops. 1 second here. There we go. Let me rewind it. Rewind it. I'm so old school. What even is the modern term for taking it back to the beginning? Returning to home? I mean, because we don't actually rewind. It's not a tape, right? Like, it's not a tape. We're not rewinding it. So what do we even say? So here we start off with a lovely picture of Kuwait at night. I will say it looks kind of nice at night. But then we have S plus C equals heart. We know that's 1 year of true love. That's the proof right there, everybody. There's also going to be some controversy later in this video. Kitty J, you know exactly what I mean. The thoughtfuliest. She had the filter on turbo for this video, and then she struck it off when she did that live stream like a night or two ago. Shh, don't tell anybody, Camps. I mean, I think that Chantel's not. I don't know. I'm just leaving that alone. The term is back that thing up. Back that thing up. Regarding rewind. Oh, okay. I thought it was regarding something else. All right. let's get it started here. And if you've already seen this video, folks, my apologies, but I want to give my analysis of this as a guy. I want to just share how I feel, or how I would feel if I were in Salah's shoes or his slippers or whatever it is he's wearing tonight.
Chantal's 1-year anniversary.
Let's go back to the beginning. And it might be just a touch loud, actually. Let me know if this volume is good for you.
Hello guys, so today is mine and Chantal's 1-year anniversary. She doesn't know this actually, but I have 2 surprises for her. For the first one, I decided to take her out on a date night to a nice seaside restaurant. Yalla! So do you like your surprise so far, baby?
Yeah, thank you, baby. It's so nice. We're here on the ocean, and we're gonna have shisha and food, and I'm enjoying my anniversary with you so far.
I'm glad to hear that, baby.
Look how nice everything is, the palm trees.
And the beautiful...
Okay, so first off, what do we see about this place? What do we like? What do we dislike? So this is supposed to be the fancy restaurant. Is it fancy? I don't know. And to be fair, does it even matter when you're with your true love? Like, isn't that what they say? Like, if you're with your true love, you could be in a little shoebox eating halal mortadella, and you'll still be living your best life because you're with your true love and you're fulfilled. It's not like you don't have a real relationship, right? So I'm sure Chantal, even if this maybe, I don't know how good this restaurant is or is not. We'll see. We'll get a look at the food and everything as it goes on. But she's just so in love that it totally just makes it all worth it, even if the food wasn't good, right? All right, let's see what you folks have to say.
Thank you, babe. This is what I'm wearing to our date.
Hello, QZ. They sat by the trash cans. They sat by the... It looks... I mean, I'm not trying to dog their ocean view because I don't exactly have an ocean view right now. So I'll just say it's an ocean view. Maybe during the day it's not so nice, but at night everything looks okay, right? Now, I will say that the waves lapping, I'll say this about this restaurant. So far, I think the view is fantastic. I really do like the view. I have to admit, I'm a sucker for a sea view, especially for the salt air at night. But let's get a look at the place itself. Yes, she does, Kitty J. Yes, she does. You're gonna get to do the chant in just a little bit. She really milks this view, but I can't blame her. This is probably the nicest view she's had since she's came to Kuwait.
Whoa, the waves is coming, guys, so it's a good luck for us here.
Welcome to Skinny Queen.
He is so nice.
Oh, and everyone, please check out Skinny Queen's channel. And now that we've got a few more people in, I also wanted to thank IC847, I believe. Yes, IC847, who made a very generous contribution of $25 toward the show on Cash App. So I just want to say thank you to IC. I know I put my link up sometimes, so that's very much appreciated. Thank you very much, IC. Hopefully you're watching the replay, and just want to say thank you. You rock. All right, let's put the show back on. Yes, I actually do see a little bit of waves, Elizu. It is a nice view, I have to say. They're good luck, are they? I mean, not unless they're, as long as they're small, right? I'll say this, it's nothing too exciting, but I think that it's certainly nicer than the McDonald's or the place that Chantal typically goes to, like a Fridays or a McDonald's. At least it's a seaside view. But let's see the food. I think that's going to be the fun.
You always bring me a good luck anyway.
Because I can be petty in a minute. Give me just a minute. I'll be petty. Welcome in, Nutty.
Oh, hello guys.
Okay.
Just enjoying my time with my love here in this romantic place.
Now, if you want me to be petty, I'll be petty. I'm not somebody who's a classist or anything like that. But these cups look kind of cheap. If this is a fancy restaurant, these look like those glasses that they have at like just the local bar. These don't look like nice glasses. Same thing with the just the way it's I'm losing my language. The furniture, just the way the furniture looks very flimsy. I'm surprised it supported Chantal's full body weight. But hey, if it did, it did. Maybe they had a special bench for her.
And a wonderful time we are having. You chose a very good place, babe.
You're welcome, honey. My pleasure. By the way, I bet you're gonna like it.
Oh yeah, you know me. And I love the towers. And you can see the towers in the background. I love it.
You know, Elizu, that's a fair point. I grew up in South Florida, and we don't get any waves there. So by our standards, this is a wave. But you're right. That's not much of a wave.
Our drinks have arrived.
So I got Barbican.
You know, I gotta say that this napkin holder here, I think that's what this is. This really classes the joint up. I know that when I go to a nice place, I really like to be able to get as many paper napkins as I need as I'm eating, to not have to ask for a fresh napkin. Should I dirty my hands? Just grab another one and just throw it out. I think that's really convenient. But joking aside, nothing wrong with convenience, but at a fancy restaurant, I'd like it just a little bit fancier than a plastic napkin holder. I'm assuming that's what that is. Oh, wait a minute, that's not a napkin holder, that's a speaker. I am such a fool. That's not a napkin holder, that's a speaker, apparently. They still lose points for having that crappy looking plastic speaker, though.
How about your love?
I got a Perrier water with lemon.
Soda water, as usual. She like it.
I love it.
We'll see, Camps. It may not be romantic is all about who you're with. And when you got Foodie there, we got Hijab of the Hut, and you got the robot over here, Salah, it's always going to be romantic. They could be at McDonald's and it would be romantic, right? Am I wrong?
He loves to fill my drink, so chivalry is not dead.
Everyone. I really like how Salah, instead of squeezing the lemon into the drink, he just pours the drink right on top of the lemon. Very classy. And is that, I have a question. I guess the hat thing might be something in the Middle East, because I know that we don't typically wear a hat over here, but I know a head covering is common over there. But I don't usually see the ball cap. So that's an odd choice, the ball cap. Maybe that's the style over there. I don't know. Is that what's up over there? I'm not sure. But here's what I'm shocked by now. And I also realized why Foodie never goes out to eat. Because I said to myself, if you're a real foodie, don't you want to go out to eat? Don't you like getting the food hot and Chantel's favorite word, fresh? Well, we're going to see why in just a second.
And here's our food.
Handsome robot.
I got kebab here. And my love got a shrimp.
He's very human acting for a robot. He almost pulls it off. All right, I'm impressed by Chantel's plate here. How it looks like not even an appetizer for her. Like seriously, do you think that this even lasted her? Like, how much do you want to bet that she was grabbing off Salah's plate before he even got halfway finished? I just cannot imagine that she sat there and ate that and was satisfied. I can't see that.
Fried shrimp.
Yes.
With French fries, you know. So we're gonna enjoy our dinner now and see you later.
You think that they already did like 3 of them, and this is like now the first couple, and they're like, all right, we found one that'll hold you, lady. Yeah, but I'm just shocked. This is what, 6 shrimp, 7 shrimp, 8 shrimp, maybe. I mean, I'm not saying this is a small plate for 8 shrimp. That's a nice serving with French fries and I'm not sure what that is, horseradish or couscous or something. It's not a small portion, especially with all that bread. You notice how they sat the bread next to Chantel also? They gave her like 2. Salah just took 1 piece and gave her the entire basket. He knows what's up. You know what, QZ? I don't like to shame, but I'll say for the anniversary, it's okay to splurge on your anniversary. I don't want to say a cheapskate, but I'm somebody who doesn't like to spend a lot on going out to eat. But if I am going to go out for a special occasion, then I'm going to make it a special occasion. I'm going to really go out to eat. I'm not going to go out and get the exact same stuff that we get delivered 3 times a week. Because this is exactly what Chantel gets delivered 4 nights a week, isn't it? 6 nights a week she gets this stuff delivered. But French fries, fried shrimps, and bread in a plastic bag, that's the exact same food she gets every night, isn't it? But it's just like a much tinier portion. Nutty, the seal. She really does look like a seal or like a walrus or just that, because that she wears that really tight bodysuit, and it's just really tight. Like you'll see it later when she sits down. It is just absolutely splitting. And it just, well, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, and he's odd wearing I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the style in the Middle East. So I don't want to be presumptuous. Maybe that's the style there. I don't know. But it's not a style I'm used to. With the dress shirt, the robe on top, and then the ball cap. I'm used to seeing the robe, and I think the head and the traditional headdress. I've seen that a lot. I've seen the ball cap before, but I'm not used to seeing the dress shirt with the robe. Maybe that is. I don't know. I'm not an expert on Middle Eastern styles, so but that's just an odd one for me. All right, let me check some of your comments when we let this play, because it's getting to the good part. Jabba the Hutt. Hey, she smokes shisha by the seashore. Okay, Mouse Toast maybe has a little more experience with this than me. So even in the Middle East, the ball cap is not traditionally acceptable. I wasn't aware. I didn't want to presume, but I had not seen that myself.
Right, babe. Mixed fruits.
I'll say that this place is pretty darn empty. I saw there was one couple behind them earlier, but how is it they always manage to find a place that's empty? Do they clear it out when they get there? Are they like a celebrity couple that they rent out the entire place just for themselves? Is that what it is? Yeah, but that portion is just too small for Chantel.
So what flavor are you smoking, hon?
I think that is a very fair point. But the thing about Chantel is that I don't think there's any lower limit to what she will take at this point as far as like going out to eat and food. Like she seems to genuinely enjoy fast food. Like if he took her into McDonald's, I think she might have been happier because she could have ordered more food. This place, they only bring you one plate at a time. At McDonald's, you can order like 6 hamburgers. So, sitting next to the full trash bags and stacked plastic chairs in the back. Yeah, it's so empty. Like maybe like I like the view, but the place itself is kind of, I'm going to say it's not fancy. That's a nice way of saying it. I'm not going to say it looks like a bad place, but it's not like a fancy anniversary type of place. You know what I mean? Like it's the kind of place where just a regular dinner out. It doesn't look cheap, but it doesn't look nice. It's just very, very average, but it does have a nice view. The view is above average, but everything else is very, very average in my opinion, and nothing wrong with average. But if you're going out for a fancy anniversary, you might want to do a little more than average, especially because it's not like Chantel and Salah are broke. They just bought a new car, and and Chantel gets food delivered 4 nights a week. So they can absolutely afford a fancy dinner out. But Chantel doesn't see any value in a fancy dinner out. I'm going to make my little rant, my little rant about how Chantel's priorities are out of whack. I'm not big into going out to fancy meals. But if I had the choice of getting food delivered 4 times a week, or taking that money and going out to a fancy meal with my girlfriend or my wife or whomever, especially on an anniversary, I would absolutely choose the second. Why would I want to get food delivered 7 times a week when I can instead go out on a fancy date? I would much rather go on the fancy date. The thing is, Chantel cannot eat a fancy date. So she doesn't want a fancy date. She doesn't care about a fancy date. Why would she want to go to a fancy restaurant when all they're going to do is give her a tiny little plate with like a little piece of filet mignon? Or a little small, 2 little lobster tails on it. That's not going to satisfy her. She doesn't want to go to a fancy restaurant. She wants to go to some place. She wants to go to a buffet. That's why there's not even any point in taking her out to a fancy restaurant. So even if Salah did want to be romantic, what's even the point? You took her to a fancy restaurant. You brought her those 7-course meals. She'd eat the entire thing in one bite. Okay, so let's let it run. I'm going to read some of your comments now. But Chantel doesn't value a fancy meal at a fancy restaurant. And that's my opinion. And considering she's the one who paid for this, at least I assume that she did. If she's like, you know what, we're going to go here because I can get more food this way. Instead of us going to some really fancy place and paying for the atmosphere and for 3 waiters and all that kind of thing.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's a new one.
enjoy.
Thank you on YouTube.
All right, yeah.
So how's the future with you, baby?
Let me catch up now in your comments.
Very smooth. I love it. I love the fruits.
That's cool.
It does look very plain. He probably should have gone to McDonald's. I was taught that as well, Camps. But I know that often they wear a head covering in the Middle East, but not a ball cap. Welcome in, Oranges. Welcome in.
It's like beach waves ASMR.
6, exactly, Nutty. How did that 6 trips fill her up?
So relaxing.
Welcome in, Johnny.
So, baby, what you rate the restaurant?
Hope you have a good time tonight.
I don't have any complaints, so I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10.
Whoa, I'm so glad that you like it.
Yes, thanks for bringing me here.
Well, that's not fake at all. Did you see that right there? That little interaction where she gave her review? Totally. She was not at all thinking, oh, that wasn't enough food. No. Let's hear what her opinion was.
So, baby, what you rate the restaurant?
I don't have any complaints, so I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10.
Whoa, I'm so glad that you like it.
Yes, thanks for bringing me here.
Anytime.
That was such a performance there. I don't know who was more wooden, Salah or Foodie. That was incredibly bad.
Money. Oh, I'm so happy that Chantal liked the surprise. Anyway, the first surprise down and the second one to go. Let's go. And here's the second surprise for Chantal. The flower bouquet is ready. Let's go. Babe, can you come here and keep your eyes closed until I tell you, okay? Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
be...
she is an eating addict. Oh, this part here. Okay.
have surprise.
Now this is the funniest scene. We suffered through the beginning. The restaurant was whatever. It wasn't nice for a fancy meal out. It was an okay restaurant, but it wasn't like a fancy place. But okay, here. This is the best part. Look at Chantel, how she bounces up and down. She's absolutely giddy. She's like, this part cracks me up watching her. Okay, I'm going to slow it down too, because it's so funny watching her in real speed.
Yeah. Don't peek. I have surprise for you.
Look at her, she's
Ready?
ready to have a heart attack.
You exciting? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Open your eyes.
Oh my goodness!
This isn't the first time I've seen this, but this still cracks me up. She's bouncing around like I don't know, like I can't even imagine the way she's so excited. Yeah, the French fries make it very gourmet, Oranges. Like I said, it was an okay place, but it was not fancy. Darn YouTube. Hey, Mel, bye. Nice to see you. I like your new picture. Yeah, steak and lobster. You know what? I think that for a fancy meal out, that's the least they could do. Oh, geez, I'm so far behind in the chat. Let me catch up. Okay, same food they normally eat. What would be a restaurant I would go to, Docta? That's a good question. For a fancy meal out, I would go someplace fancy. I mean, for an anniversary, I would go to the yacht club or something like that. I'd go to one of those places. I'd go to the yacht club, or I'd go to go someplace cool. Or go to someplace downtown where where they write up the menu for the night. Or like a fancy sushi bar, something like that. I know I don't like to spend a lot of money, but I know how to do it up when I want to. Yeah, rack of lamb. I like that. That's a good one. Steak and crab legs. That's nice. Yeah, he seemed to cover all the way up. I guess it was, I don't know, maybe it was cold out that night. All right. Yeah, they always avoid crowding places. That's a good point, Johnny G. She does look like a caterpillar, though. She really does. And yes, she smokes the shisha by the seashore. Oh my God, I'm so far behind. She could eat 6 hamburgers. There probably are a lot of beautiful restaurants, but I don't think they can afford them. Hibachi would be nice. Nope, Salah has no game. He is a poser. I'm sorry, I got to skip through a couple here. Yes, Chantel wants most food for the cheapest price. That's what she values. All he does is relax. Oh my God, I got so far. You guys are awesome with the comments. I'm having trouble keeping up. All right. Just like a kid, she's so excited. The bad acting is so sickening and cringe. All right, here we go. Turning on the lights, ruin the candle lights. That is a good point. And Rosalind wonders if she's really surprised. And my apologies if I missed anybody coming in, but I just got so far behind on the chat, I probably missed some people. My apologies, anybody. If you want me to see something, please tag me because I am missing some of the comments here. I'm just trying to get caught up. Oh, welcome in, Laura. Welcome in, Laura. Good to see you. Oh, glad we could make it. Oh, absolutely. Fantastic. Glad you could make it in. Hope you're having great holidays. Great fall. Caterpillar. Exactly. All right. Am I caught up? Yes, finally. Welcome in, Yellow Moon. Welcome in. And if I missed anybody, again, my apologies. If anybody wants me to see something, please just tag me. Wow, I got so far behind in the comments there. Hopefully I'm caught up. Okay, let's go. Oh, hurt my eardrum. Sorry, folks. Truffle rice, yeah. And I hope everybody I hope everybody liked my answer for where I would go for a restaurant. I would go someplace cool. I'll go to a steakhouse. Just go someplace nice. Go someplace really fancy that would be something that you're going to remember. That's what I would do. Because if it's going to be only like once a year, you can afford to spend a little extra money on that, right? Make it something fancy, or you could or spend the money on an expensive gift or something, right? Because it's not like they're broke. It's not like they're broke. They just bought a car. They go out to eat. They get food delivery 7 days a week. They could absolutely afford a fancy restaurant, but Chins with the I'm reading Lisa's comment. Chins would go to the Heart Attack Grill. That's actually a good answer. She would go there because there she would get a lot of food for her money. Chantel would absolutely love a place like that because she would be able to get 2,000 calories worth of food. I think that's why she likes Cheesecake Factory also, because Cheesecake Factory gives you such a massive portion. Okay, let's let it run a little. She got so excited from this. This is so silly to me. I'm gonna rewind it just one time.
2.
Okay.
Babe, can you come here and keep your eyes closed until I tell you, okay?
All right, everybody. Let's do the poll. Actually, anybody can get your chance to get in on the poll. Hopefully, you got it in now. Everybody here. It's one last call. All right, we're ending the poll. Let's see what we got. Because I'm going to ask about another thing in a second. Will Salad Foodie's marriage end? Apparently the winner is, you realize they aren't married with 36%. 31% say before the end of next year. 23% say before the end of this year. And 7% say never. It's true love. Okay, I hope you like that. I hope you like that poll. I personally am not sure because my answer is the first one. They're not married, but how long are they going to keep it up? I don't know. I didn't think they would last much longer than this. I think that this was right around the expiration date. So we'll see if it goes much longer than this. But yeah, this little surprise here, I don't think that this is a real surprise. But let's see a little bit more because there's a conspiracy theory I have for this. Let's let it go.
Yeah, don't peek. I have a surprise for you.
You're right.
You exciting? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's right.
Ta-da!
What is it?
Open your eyes.
Oh my goodness! No!
The overacting is so crazy on this. I can't get over
Oh
it.
my gosh!
This is just
What
the
is
greatest
this
overacting
stuff?
ever.
Surprise.
And look at that. And I'm sorry, I don't like to body shame a lot, but I'll body shame a little bit and say that outfit is incredibly unflattering. I'm not an Islamic scholar, but I am aware that I'm pretty sure in the Quran it says something that the point of wearing the loose-fitting clothes is to conceal the shape of the body. There is nothing concealed here. I could see every shape on that body, every unpleasant bit of that body shape I could see. So that is, if that's supposed to be modest and could be concealing, I think she's reading the wrong Quran or something. I don't know how the heck she could. I don't even know why she bothers with that. Like, what is even the point when it's skin tight like that? Even with the filters, it looks skin tight. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, so anyway, so she's so excited because she got flowers and a card. Apparently, Salah's never done anything for her ever. So she's like super duper excited. Yeah, she could eat free a Heart Attack Grill because she weighs over 400 pounds. Looking for Salah's gift, right? Just the flowers. Yeah. Oh, welcome in Seafood Pie. Yeah, she really Gorda. I hope Grossa is how it's pronounced. Gorda. Yeah, she's fat. She is just looking big, looking really big. And I try to be nice about that stuff, but that is just massive. What's up, Denise W? See the lit candles you bought. And you know why? Oh, here's another reason I think that that Chantel lit those candles. I'll let it play. Notice how all the candles are where she can reach.
It's beautiful.
Look, all of the candles are the one part of the place that she could reach without splitting her abaya. And she couldn't reach anywhere else if she wanted to.
You lit all these candles?
Yeah. All for you, honey.
I
I love you too.
I think you're right, Mouse Toes. I
Happy
think
anniversary.
That's it. Because she says when I have to imagine when Chantel eats normally, because just think about it. She hasn't really eaten yet. She only ate that little appetizer at the restaurant, the 6 shrimps and the bread and what she took from Salah's plate. Like a 1,000-calorie appetizer. That's all she had. So imagine if she ate normally, how tight that abaya must feel for her. It looks uncomfortable. Just looking at it, it looks uncomfortable. How tight must that thing be for her to wear? Because you know that she's got some kind of underwear or Spanx or something underneath. There's something that's causing that line there. Whatever that is has to be uncomfortable when she's eating. And so that's probably why she likes to sit down on the floor, because it gives her more room to stretch out. Because that's gotta hurt.
Happy anniversary.
Mine in the comments again.
Your flowers, Habibti.
Blue eyes.
Oh my gosh, let me see these.
The dry tears of happiness.
Wow, they're gorgeous.
This is good content, right, Nutty?
Thank you.
I love you, honey.
I love you, Hayati.
Oh, he said it. He actually said it. Did you hear that?
Thank you. They're gorgeous. Thank you.
I love you, honey.
I love you, Hayati.
Did you see how he looked at the camera after he did that? Did you see how he looked up at the camera after he said, I love you? And then he immediately looked up at the camera after he said it? Look, if you watch it very carefully, look.
Thank you.
I love you, honey.
I love you,
Now
Hayati.
he looks up at the camera. Did you see that? Did you see that?
All right, I'm gonna read this card. My favorite part.
Go ahead.
You know what, Elizu? I'm being nasty tonight. I'm just being honest, to be fair. I'm not even being nasty. Just being honest. She can't. She honestly can't. That picture a minute ago, I'll rewind it. I mean, but you can clearly see these legs are splayed out. Those knees are not going together. I don't care if I don't care if she saw SJ or what, but those knees would not go together anytime soon. But yeah, she's got the extra baggage in the way there. Let's say it nicely. Here, we'll
Your
watch
flowers,
this scene
Habibti.
again as I go through the comments.
Oh my gosh, let me see these.
Oh my gosh, let me see these.
Wow,
Oh my god, let me see.
Thank you.
I love you, honey.
I love you, Hayati. All right, I'm gonna read this card. My favorite part.
Go ahead.
Let's see.
It's impressive flexibility in a way. Welcome to Yellow Moon.
Oh, I love you in like a whole bunch of languages.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that an adorable card? All by
Happy
himself,
anniversary, Salon Chantal equals a heart. I love you.
right? Aw, how sweet.
That's so sweet, baby.
That is a good point. She's like, you lit all these candles all by yourself? Oh my, wow. He lit them all by himself. He didn't even burn the house down or anything. Oh, he's so Hercules. You know what, Bastos? I think you're right. I think that her legs would be splayed out even farther if it weren't for the abaya holding it together. Yeah, if those Spanx pop, they can hurt somebody. She is like a roll. She's like a caterpillar at this point. He's not allowed to use the lighter by himself. He had to get that safety lighter. Skitty with the anatomical correct terms today. She doesn't like sitting on the couch because her panis hangs. That sounds funny the way I said it. um, exactly, Laura. Exactly. That's the, she doesn't, she's wearing an abaya, but I have to say that in quotes because that's, an abaya is supposed to be this big loose, billowy garment. It's not supposed to show every bit of your body. She was in the car when he got the flowers. I mean, that's not a bad thing automatically, but if you're supposed to be a surprise, just, why do you have to put on this big pretend thing like it's a surprise? Why can't he just be like, look, I bought the flowers on the way home because I'm too lazy, right? Couldn't he just be honest? You know what, Nirvana, it's tiring looking at her because you think to yourself, I mean, just getting up and walking around the room has got to be tough. Yeah, and it's like, I love you, Grandma. That was the energy in the room. I saw it too, QZ. That really was the energy. Nutty. I love your money, Chantel. Oh, jeez. Hey, welcome in, Fiona's mom. Oh, he also, did he? Okay. He said it on the Ferris wheel that time in Thailand. All right. I did not remember that, but I can believe that. I know he said a few things. Shady Boots Salah. I wonder if her mom watches this for real or if she can't even watch it. I think that her mom might even have trouble watching this. Her mom, I wonder if Chantel is even proud of this. Says, hey mom, look at my anniversary video. Or if she's too ashamed to even call it that. It's one thing to lie to the Beezers. It's another thing for her to lie to her own family and be like, no, I really, do you think she actually tells her mom that she's married? Or does she not try to lie to her? Showed her Funkle toe too. So I was like, don't get used to these flowers. I got to return them. I got to return them at the hotel after 8. They have to go at the counter downstairs. Camps is here. Yeah. Ain't nothing getting in there. Not without a lot of work. The man spread is spreading. She's the only thing spread more in that house is cream cheese on her bread. I vaguely do remember that where she was getting in and out. I think it was where she was getting either in or out of the car. Yeah, and it is a little sad, to be fair. I that's why I usually don't go too hard on Chantel because I don't like to be too mean. But she's a nasty person, so sometimes I let it. I get a little bit aggressive, but whatever. And besides, Chantel has the resources to improve herself if she really put her effort into it. It's it's not like she's an overworked mother of 5 who just doesn't have 2 seconds for herself all day. She is somebody who really, if she wanted to, she could. I mean, I don't know how good she could look now, but theoretically, she could spend all day working out and dieting if she really wanted to, right? Just saying. It's not like she has anything else she has to do all day. She could just vlog doing workouts and people would absolutely watch that. Yeah, Camps, yes, she wrote the card. That's the conspiracy theory I was going to get to in just a moment. I'm so far back on the chat though. Oh my God. She let her grandson light the candles and is to eat the tendies. In her handwriting too, right? We're gonna discuss that in just a second. She has to roll into him like a ball for a hug. Like one of those pill bugs. Welcome into Nowhere Dashies. It says I started 4 hours ago. Maybe it'll give me credit for extra viewers. Oh, that's a good point, Johnny G. Yes, that if Salah's writing in English would not be so relaxed and so informal. At least not likely to be. Very unlikely to be, because he chances are he doesn't write in English as often. Hercules. Does your penis hang low? Oh, jeez. She did just let him buy the car. That is true. That was his wedding gift. In fact, let me put up a little picture real quick. We got the zoom. 1 year of true love. It's real, folks. It's not a joke. Welcome in again, Nowhere Nashies. Hopefully I got you in. And welcome into anybody I missed. Anybody watching the replay. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Welcome into everybody also. Anybody lurking. Hopefully you're having a good time. That's just so much weight to lug around. It's rough. I mean, when you think about it, like you look at a 300-pound bodybuilder and he's out of breath. So imagine somebody carrying that much extra body fat, right? I mean, I guess that's a bad analogy because muscle does, like, it's harder to carry muscle weight, but after a point. But yeah, but she just gets so much extra weight. It's got to be tired. And the flowers on camera does feel staged. Yes, especially the way it's supposed to be a surprise. The way she's trying to do this pretend surprise thing. That's what makes it so fake. If it was just, hey, look, I got you some flowers. Here you go. All right, whatever. But Salah couldn't care less, and he's acting like he's trying to be the greatest boyfriend here. Shmi must be too ashamed. That's a tongue twister. Shmi must be ashamed. Shmi's ashamed. It is so exactly oranges. It's kind of like it's like a cross between sad and funny. It's a little bit of both. Right? Where's your man? Everybody in chat. And I'm surprised she doesn't call me out. Say, where's your wife, Dr. Phil? Where's your fake wife? Where's your hired woman? Great point, Mouse Toes. When you're happy, you don't overeat like that. Jeez, I'm gonna have to skip ahead and chat again. Manchuri, I mean my baby. Yeah, you're right. You know, that's a good point, Nutty, and that's why I get a little mean sometimes. And it's whatever, because Chantel's a mean person too. She's and I always fall back on just even recently. Remember that time? Remember when she went off on Alez's wife and said that Ale was prostituting her out to 4 roommates that they had. That was just the most like. That's just so far beyond anything that you could, like, if you're going to have an argument with somebody and you want to say something rude, okay, I understand people lose their temper, but that is just so far beyond any kind of acceptable way to talk. I don't care what culture you're from. That is just absolutely disgusting. Yeah. No, fair enough. Yeah, everybody's got their own little, I mean, yeah, she's a bad pet owner. She was going to basically have BBJ killed. Yeah, so yeah, I guess it's more that I don't want to be, it's not so much that I feel bad for Chantel. I just don't like to be too critical of people's bodies in general. I guess it's what it is. It's not like, oh, I don't want to insult Chantel. I just don't like to insult people's appearance in general. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, that is true. But I still do it a little bit, so I'm not perfect. So I'm not saying I'm I'll admit I still do it. Oh, yes, and Harry. We never see Harry anymore. All right, I'm just going to have to skip ahead some comments. I'm sorry, folks, because I want to get the video back on. I'm just reading comments all night. He probably just reuses the old footage or just buys a new hamster. I agree. And my apologies if I missed anybody coming in. Yeah, the way she said it, it seemed like she was trying to make a deal out of that, too. It seemed like she was being, trying to be especially negative. Yeah, we need to see proof of life for Harry. Okay, so let's let the video run a little bit. Because I'm getting so far finally caught up.
Okay, what's in the red box?
Okay, the red box.
It says I love you. Made with love. Dip and dip. All right. It's gonna be tasty if it's from Dip and Dip. Ooh.
That's a good point, Mouse Toes.
Happy anniversary. What a cute little cake. It's so
okay. Now that cake, how much do you, this cake is just so darn small. This is almost insulting to the viewers. Like I almost believe that Salah did pick out this cake just to troll Chantel. Just intentionally got her the smallest cake that he could find. That's the only way that it's possible that he actually got it for her. Because why would she get that cake? That is just so damn tiny for her, Chantel. You know that's not even 2 bites for her. Like, look at her hand compared to the cake. She could grab that whole thing in her hand and just put it in her face in 3 bites. There's not even enough space for anniversary. This is the smallest cake that you could find. How much more? And if there's anything that you shouldn't cheap out on for Chantel's anniversary with herself, it's her cake. The one thing that she really, really wants is that cake. Like, that's probably the one thing that made it worth it for her. And she didn't even get her cake. Yeah, not diamonds, but cake. Dip and Dip sounds like her nicknames for these two. Tweedle Dip and Tweedle Dope. That's what Chins would have really loved. That's what Chantel would have really loved for her anniversary. If Salad got her like one of those 24-inch sheet cakes, like the kind they get for a birthday, like in a school classroom when they would need enough cake for like 30 kids. That would have been Chantel's. The only thing smaller would have been a cupcake. Seriously, this is like a mug cake. This is the smallest cake I've seen outside of a cupcake. It's hilarious. This is the worst anniversary cake ever. Meh. Hey, where's meh oh my? Meh, you got to say meh, because that's exactly what this is. Meh oh my. This is a meh cake. 100% no more Nashies. That's a good point, Mouse Toes. There's no friends, there's no family, there's no anybody involved in this in any way. Like, everybody else is so ashamed of this charade. Or charade? Charade, whatever. I'm trying to be fancy. I will say, Denise W., the cake looks nice. It looks small, but it does look good. When she cuts into it, it's like 4 layers, and the frosting does look nice. It's smooth. And so I will say it might be a good quality cake. But it just, for somebody like Chantel, she doesn't care about quality. She cares about quantity. Skinny's got a good theory. She may have sent him to pick it up, and he's like, geez, okay, these cakes are expensive. She gave me $30 to pick up the cake. I can either buy this, medium-sized cake for $30, or I can get this smaller one for $18, and then I could have, $10 left for myself. I think that's what he did. He probably went in there, and she gave him $40 to buy the cake. And he figured, all right, I'll buy this smaller one, and that way I can keep the difference for myself. All right, I was not aware of Dip and Dip as a store, but I will say the cake looked nice. I do think it looks like a nice cake. Yeah, there you go, Camps. Exactly. He found this. He went to the nice place, but he found the smallest one there. And he's like, hey, can you fit a happy anniversary on this one by chance? Because there's no way they suggested that as an anniversary cake. They can't even fit it on. Shit wanted to. Yeah, that's another thing, Mouse Toes. I don't remember Red Velvet being Chantel's real favorite. Well, but hold on, though. In fairness, you could put fake marriage on 2 lines. So, Johnny G likes Red Velvet. I've actually not tried Red Velvet, but I'm not a big fan of cream cheese. That's why I haven't really tried it much. But I would assume I would probably like it. If it's not too much cream cheese, I would probably like it. It can get exhausting, right? He has bought her kilos of Syrian desserts, including the kanafa. The kanafe, whatever it is. That one with the honey and the cheese on it, which looks really good, to be fair. Yeah, I agree. I think he pocketed the rest. That's why Chantel does not like tipping which she said she doesn't like to tip. That's what she was talking about. She was talking about, Salah's always taking a few extra dollars for himself. Yes, foodie fatigue. That is something that you can get. I usually can only do about 3 episodes on Foodie a month, but that's because I only do them once a week. She doesn't like sweets, guys. We got to see the food haul that comes up next. That's the other one. Oranges says she's made a better cake. I will say this looks like a pretty good quality cake. I will say, to be fair. And yes, Camps, her hands make it look tiny. Hi, Laura. Welcome in, Laura. He was doing it intentionally to keep her intake down. Okay, so let's let it play here. Because the cake
perfect for both of
good,
us.
to be fair. Look how tiny that is.
Thank you, baby.
Hi, Julia.
And of course,
what flavor is it?
And of course, Julia's in the picture, because anytime there's food, Julia always runs over.
Guess.
Did he say piss? He said, guess what flavor? And he said, piss?
What flavor is it?
Guess.
Oh, guess. Okay.
Vanilla.
No, it's red velvet.
I love red velvet.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
That is the tiniest freaking cake. I cannot get over how small that is. And those look like saucers. Those don't even look like dessert plates. Those look like saucers, don't they? Where they've got that small depression in the middle. He gets a shitty card. She gets this. That's cool either way, Nirvana. Have some fun. That's what you should do.
Okay, babe, so how about a beauty bite?
Yalla.
You will love it, I know.
So good. Oh my gosh.
Look
$5
at this
delivered.
adorable cat, guys.
Hold on. Was that okay? So was that including the delivery fee? Because if that's including the delivery fee, that's actually pretty good price. But even if it's not including the delivery fee for a good quality cake, that's not too bad. But I am surprised they got the smallest one. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. Suddenly 2 spoons and a large. That was the real anniversary gift. Yeah, the cake's a little bit expensive, but I guess apparently it's a good quality cake. Who eats cake with a spoon? I'll admit, Camps, I've done that a couple times, but not like a whole cake. It's like sometimes like because to get the frosting on the plate, you want to get the frosting up. Nobody's ever done that. I can't be the only one who's used a spoon on a cake. I can't be. Especially if the cake is really soft. Because you don't have to cut it. It's not like you need a knife, right? Elizu for our dainty girl. It's the smallest, thinnest cake. It is really small, but it looks tasty, I will say. The cake looks good tasting.
Oh.
Julia playing for some food as always.
She's cute AF.
Cute AF. How
Cute cat.
what an inappropriate turn of phrase. Our cat is cute AF. Sorry, oranges.
Look how she she flipped herself. Hi. What's your name?
That's a good point.
Are you Yes, you are.
Julia so badly wants food.
Alright guys, we just want to share with you a part of our anniversary celebration, so I hope you enjoyed guys, and see you in the next one.
Yes, I had such a wonderful day. Thank you, baby.
You deserve it, honey. I love you.
I love you too.
And also, maybe Julia want to say something?
Meow.
Look how she look at you.
I think Salah does like the cat more than Chantel.
Yes, you are.
Julia.
Look at how the cat is leaning away from her. Oh my God, look at how far, look how
Goodbye.
Julia is
Ma
actually
salama.
leaning away from Chantel. When she leaned over, did you notice that Julia was originally not leaning away from Chantel? Originally, she was.
I don't have any.
Look at how this ends.
Julia want to say something?
See how Julia originally is like she is parallel to the armrest. Like her spine is parallel to the armrest. She's laying straight across the armrest. Then when Foodie leans in, Julia's body starts leaning off the side of the armrest. Watch how she starts moving off the side. She starts leaning over more and more and more.
Look how she look at you.
Pretty girl. Yes, you are.
Julia.
She's now just leaning all the way over to the side. Look at that. She's all the way off to the side at that point.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Ma salama.
She's all the way off to the side now. He does look dead inside when he says that. It is so fake. Yeah, I get you, Nutty. We don't always have a fork in my tree either. Actually, I don't bake cakes, to be fair, because I don't have the self-control. If I baked an entire cake, I would probably eat the entire cake. Not at once, but it wouldn't last too many days. It wouldn't last too many days. Yeah, what is Salah and Julia's anniversary, for real? And cutscene. Okay, now Salah can go back home to his real house, his real girlfriend, his real whatever. Julia took over the fake anniversary. Yes, she did. Julia takes over every scene because Julia, unlike Chantel, seems to be legitimate, seems to be honest with who she is. She's like, I'm a cat. I like to eat. I'm simple. Love me or hate me. She doesn't have a lot of, she's not very tricky. I like Julia in that sense. Yeah, and Julia does not like Chantel. I think Julia can sense that Chantel is full of crap, that she's not really the person she pretends to be. Yeah, Julia with the side eye, the shade, absolutely. Only two things fighting for you are a beast and a cat, a robot and a cat, in my opinion. But leaning on her daddy. All right, all animals do hate Chantel, and that's crazy, Elizu. Anybody who's lurking, you might think that's exaggeration. You might think, oh yeah, right. Animals hate Chantel. These people are crazy. These people will say anything about Chantel just to make her sound bad. I am serious. I didn't think that it was possible for animals to hate somebody when I first really started viewing Chantel, but it is true. She has something, either it's an aura or it's a mannerism or it's a scent. It's just something about her that the animals can sense, and they do not like her. And it's weird. I've never seen anything like that. I've always been liked by animals. I'm not even like an animal like person like that, but I don't have a lot of pets, but I get along like well with animals. Like there's a wild animal and somebody has to go get it. I'm usually the one who gets it to move. Like I'm good with wild animals generally. I'm not like an actual animal handler or anything, but I'm good with animals in general. I could not imagine getting a reaction like Foodie gets. If every time I ever went out to an animal it tried to bite me, I would not be able to do that. I would be scared. I would be scared to go out there. I would not be able to handle that if every animal I saw attacked me. That is just wild. Yeah, Julia's like, why are you touching each other? You never do that normally. Well, welcome in, Mel Mai. I don't know if I said welcome, but welcome in. I did say welcome in. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, Camp. I think some animals are oblivious, but I think some animals are kind of are more with it as far as sense. And I think that Julia seems to be pretty with it. But she's a street cat, and to survive on the street, you got to be pretty smart. You can't be a stupid animal and survive in that environment. Yeah, why is Daddy actually touching Mommy? I don't trust that. That's fair enough, Lara. You know, sometimes a dog can be a good sense. You know, as long as you know that the dog has a good sense, then it's, you know, some dogs don't have the best sense, to be fair. Some dogs are dumb. But if your dog's like a good dog and you trust it, then definitely, you know, like dogs are good for sensing intruders and stuff. They absolutely could smell one. Cats aren't afraid of gators, apparently. Interesting. I was not aware of that. They probably should be, though. All right. So let's get on to the grocery haul, because this is the other funny video. This is the other one that I think is really good. So let me stop sharing this one. I think this grocery haul is really informative also. I think we can really learn a lot from this one. I don't like to get preachy, and I'm not going to get preachy, but I am going to talk a little bit about dieting. And not dieting so much, but about nutrition. Let's say it like that. I'm going to talk about nutrition because Foodie's grocery haul, she makes a lot of mistakes that I think a lot of people make when they want to eat better. This grocery haul is very unlike her typical grocery hauls. She buys a lot of foods that I think are actually good choices, which is odd. But then she buys a lot of stuff that I think are not such good choices. And that's what I want you folks to see here. So let me expand this. He's getting a little bit more natural with it. He's getting it out of he's managing to get it out of his mouth like it doesn't taste like dog crap. I think those words are just starting to taste like styrofoam or something. If anybody in the chat, if your boyfriend treats you like Salah treats Chantel, get your money back. No, but seriously about Chantel, I was thinking the other day, she's kind of like you know, anybody here familiar with that term incel? Like those guys who they can't get a girlfriend and they lose their mind because they you know, they've got a lot of, and 9 times out of 10 it's because they have a lot of personal issues they don't resolve, and they just are very unlikable in a lot of ways, and they try to blame everything on women. I think Chantel reminds me of one of those guys. She reminds me of one of those guys. I feel like she's like desperately just wants a man. She wants to have a physical relationship. She wants to have cute, young, attractive guys throw themselves at her. And because they don't, she just can't deal with it. And she gets angry about it. And she's bitter. And I don't, and that's just like her thing. And it's sad to see. Like she just can't, and instead of doing something to help herself, she just tries to buy herself a man. And it's crazy. Yeah, this picture is very filtered because you could see like on other pictures, your skin is very rough by comparison. So I talked to a female family member of mine who watches some of this, and in her opinion, she thinks that Chantel does not wash her face at all when she sleeps, and that's why she gets those pimples around her mouth and all that. And I think it could be from the CPAP, but I do agree that she probably does not wash her face at all after sleeping.
I'm going to show you what I got. I'm going to start with the things that need to go in the fridge ASAP. So we were out for quite a while. All right, so here we go. So for some meat here, I have some beef cubes and some minced.
Yeah, if your boyfriend looks at you the way Chins looks at Burger King, he's a keeper. I'll just tell you that right now. If he looks at you the way she looks at Burger King, that is true love, and that is a guy you need to value. Yeah, get a boyfriend who looks like anybody who looks at that looks at you like the way Salah looks at himself. That's another go. Does that a bias still fit? By a very tight definition of the word. Tight, get it? Tight definition? All right. Hey, that's my old line. I looked so good, I went to the bar and bought myself a drink. All right. Nothing wrong with being single, Nutty. Nothing wrong with being in a relationship either. But I think it's good to do what works for yourself. Don't force anything. Take the time. Be where is right for you. Whether that's a relationship or solo, as long as it's the right place, it's the right place. Salah's very robotic. That's the. She just wants to eat better. Wants to eat more. Welcome in, Bushy. Hey, good to see you there. I wanted to see me like I see carne asada. Right? That might be a little bit intimidating, to be fair. You know, like he might be get a little bit rough, a little bit too aggressive.
I have some beef cubes and some minced lamb. I thought.
All right, beef cubes and lamb. First off, beef cubes. Excellent choice.
Some beef cubes.
Excellent choice.
And
all right, this lamb carcass here, this looks a little bit fatty. It doesn't have a percentage on it, but if there's not a percentage, that's typically 30% fat. 30% fat is really fatty. So I would say that's, but whatever. Compared to what Chantel normally eats, even fatty beef is still better. But that's fatty.
some minced lamb. I thought it was beef, but no. I know you're thinking, oh, it's like a weird color. I don't know why, but okay. And we have some butter. 3, you get 1 free.
All right, so Chantel, 4 sticks of butter here. She buys 4 sticks of butter every week, it feels like, but butter is healthier than other forms of oil, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but she buys a little too much. Yeah, it gets a little bit too aggressive, right? Yeah, that lamb doesn't look the best either. It looks a little bit whatever. She wishes she had a Whopper. She definitely wouldn't want it wrapped. Would have been a better fake anniversary meal. So that's something she would have rather eaten too, right? Yeah, the lamb does not look good. I don't. Oh, welcome to Gigi. I always say that. I like your picture. Yeah, the meat does not look the freshest. But I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. The lamb is now sheathed after packing. Oh, butter comes in 4 sticks. Yeah, it does come in 4 sticks, but that's why the 3+1 is kind of weird to me. They're like, oh, it's 4 sticks of butter. It's like, hey, buy 3 shoes, get 1 free, right? Why can't she stand up in the kitchen and do this, Mushy? Well, why can't she stand up is what the first question. Chantel just can't. She's too heavy. Why can't she do it in the kitchen? That's a better question, maybe. Nutty hates lamb. I like lamb okay. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like lamb. Yeah, Lara's been funny today. Les chats parisiennes. Yeah, get a freaking chair for the kitchen. Why? That's actually a good idea, Laura. And I'll tell you right now, if your mobility is an issue, and you need a chair, you need a chair. But you need you need to have a way to be in the kitchen. I mean, I don't feel bad, Oranges. It's okay. We don't expect perfection here, everybody. But yeah, she does buy 4 sticks every week, I think, doesn't she? No, my getting mathematical here with us. Maybe they moved. Did they move? I heard some people suggest that. Yeah, I do love the Parisian cat. And I also, the note, we didn't get a good look at the handwriting in the note here, but some people analyzed it and it looked just like Chantel's handwriting. Just want to mention that for anybody who's interested. There's a belief, and I believe it from what I saw, that the anniversary card was actually written by Chantel, which is pretty sad in a way.
Butter, 3 you get 1 free.
4 sticks a week is a lot of butter.
And we have 6 yogurts.
All right, 6 yogurts. This is a good choice here. Full fat yogurt. A lot of people might be surprised to know that even full fat yogurt is pretty low in fat. So definitely, yeah, don't be afraid of the full fat yogurt. It's not something that you need to worry about. I don't know if Chantel knows that, but there's really not a lot of fat in there. But it's good choice. It's good stuff.
6 plain yogurts.
Oh, no problem, Nirvana. Have a great night.
Almarai is a popular dairy brand here. All right, now I have the frozen stuff. So we have 2 packages of chicken strips. These are the ones I use from McDonald's wraps. They're super crispy and just...
Okay, before we even get into these chicken strips, these are great comments. QZ, you know what? You're right. And I'm not trying to apartment shame, but Chantel has money. She's not a poor person. She just bought a new car. She gets takeout 6 nights a week, 7 nights a week or more. She can afford a table or a chair in the kitchen, right? Putting the meat directly on the couch is not a good choice. I agree, Mushy. Generally, the meat is sealed, but even if it's sealed, there's going to be a little bit of the blood and the fluid that gets through. So, yeah, you don't want to put that on your couch. That's nasty. Yeah, I don't like that. Her skeleton was probably bent at this point to an extent. Okay, Lara. Is that her? Is that her new story that she's sticking to? Hey, Flank Steak, what's up? Yeah, it's sad what happened to Jen. You know, I hope that I wish that people could take that as a lesson that you have to. You can't ignore your health forever. There's a limit. I mean, you don't have to be skinny, but you can't be massive. There's a limit to how big you can get. Her priorities are really messed up. Let's let it play a little bit. So hold on. So these are these chicken chicken strips here that she and Salah apparently like. Chicken strips. Chicken strips aren't a bad choice. They're okay. I mean, it's of course plain roasted chicken would be better, but still, chicken strips are not the worst thing in the world. At least they have some protein, so I'll give that a pass.
Really good. I have some frozen corn.
Corn. This is the fries tattoo that Skinny told me about. I do think it looks like fries. 4 cobs of corn. Corn is one of those foods that it's nutritious, but it's very high in calories. So I can't really recommend it for somebody who's trying to lose weight. That's my issue with corn. Though it does have some fiber. It does have fiber. So that's one of the good things about corn. But yes, very high in carbs. Not the best choice if you're struggling with weight.
Frozen spinach.
Frozen spinach, excellent choice. Nothing wrong with that.
We have some
olives. Olives, I'm iffy on. I'm iffy on those. Oh, Gene was the man in her life. That was who it was. Yeah, the fact that he would enable her to that extent was really sad. Those kind of stories are depressing in a sense. They're deep fried chicken strips. Not the best choice then. If they'd be better to have baked chicken strips. So much corn wall. I don't know if she realizes they're deep fried or not. Okay, confession time. I'm gonna put on a little video. This is actually an old video, but it still holds true.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Phil. I'm going to get some sweets and some pizza. I'm going off my diet a little bit today.
Yeah, I went off my diet today too. I got a tin of butter cookies at Costco. There were these imported French butter cookies, and they had some Some of them had like a little bit of chocolate on them. They were so good. They were so good. The tin only lasted a few days, but it was a small tin. At least I wanted to buy more, but I had some restriction on myself. I didn't buy the big one. Exactly, Elizu. Olives are not unhealthy, but they are loaded with sodium and they are high in fat. The fat is olive oil, so it's not an unhealthy fat. It's actually a good fat. But if you're trying to lose weight, you don't want to have too much fat because it's very high in calorie. Oh, that's a good point, Nutty. I've never seen Chantel do, I mean, I don't want to say never, because I remember when she first got Howie, she did like a little haul. But yeah, she really should. We never see her buying stuff for her pets. And I'm a believer that if you're going to have pets, you should take good care of them. Exactly, Cams. Olives, very nutritious. But a kilogram of olives for a person who's so overweight is not a good choice. Exactly, Lara. Good point. I agree on that one. Laura, that is a great point. Oh, and Chantel finally gave a little bit of honesty, but not real honesty, to be fair. She was semi-honest about her intake of carbs and her diabetes. She says pre-diabetes, but I'd be interested to see her do some tests for a long period of time. She just got a blood sugar monitor. Oh, she talks about that at the end of this. I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, she actually is a little bit honest about her terrible sugar. So yeah, Laura, 100%. Rice, I love rice, but I don't have an issue with blood sugar. And partly because I don't eat massive amounts of it. I love rice, but I just eat a small, regular sized portion. I don't need a crazy one. Oh, thank you, Yellow Moon. I tried to be cute in that video. You know, I'll tell you, Denise W., if you're trying to lose weight, corn is probably not a good choice. It's not, I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's not good for weight loss. I'll say that. And that you're going to see a lot of the stuff that she buys in this video is the same stuff, same way. It's nutritious, but it's not good for weight loss.
1 kg of black olives. We love these, you can tell, right?
I hope not.
Another thing of chopped spinach, some mixed berries to go in the yogurt.
Okay, frozen berries, great choice. Well, I hope I took enough time. I slowed down. I ate them. Yeah, no, I slowed down. I made sure they were cookies. I did not just eat a bunch of sewing needles. Mini Stroop waffles. Oh, those are good. I like those. Hey, welcome in. Always a Chevrolet Silverado girl. Having a great night. Nutty loves Dr. Pepper. We all have our own weaknesses. Oh, speaking of, I'm going to let this vid run for 1 second while I grab another seltzer. I'll be right back. 1 second, folks.
And another thing of frozen corn. We have some romi cheese. It's a cheese that I've described it before. It's like a mix between a Parmesan, like a fresh Parmesan, and a aged cheddar. It's very sharp and really delicious to go.
Bought some cheese, some other stuff. I love a cold seltzer or cold sparkling water. That's my favorite. It's my treat. I love sparkling water. I drink a lot of it. And it's healthy. It's really good stuff. No, you know what, Laura? Coffee is not bad at all. Unless you like to put a lot of creamer and sugar in there, coffee is actually can be healthy. If you like your coffee black or just a little bit of milk, it's quite healthy. Just as long as you don't have too much caffeine. But other than that, it's quite healthy. Oh, thank you, always a Chevy Silverado girl. I'm doing pretty well. Been doing well on my diet. Doing okay with my work and stuff. You know, just doing all right, holding steady. I've been a little busy. I'll say that. I've been a little bit more busy than I'd like, but it could be worse, right? things are pretty good. Can't complain. Excuse me. All right, let me rewind just a drop.
On the yogurt. And another thing of frozen corn.
More corn. See, that's the thing. A little bit of corn, it's a treat. Not so bad, but cobs and cobs of corn for somebody struggling with weight, bad choice. Bad choice.
We have some romi cheese.
And again, the cheese. Cheese, I like cheese. I eat a lot of cheese. Cheese is good stuff. It's got protein. There's some fat, a lot of carbs, but it's not terrible. But again, if you have an issue with weight, you should make cheese something that's not a major part of your diet. Just have a little bit of cheese. Chantel eats large amounts of cheese on a regular basis. So that's kind of the big issue there. Yeah, her pre-diabetes was years ago. She must be full blown by now. I'd be surprised if she's not. Welcome in, Lady Night Hog. You know what? No more Nashies. I got to be careful because I don't want to diagnose anybody. But I find it hard to believe that she doesn't. Right? Like just the other just what she said in the past and the years since then. I've heard that Meomai high GI food. Same thing with white rice. Lizzie likes the English shortbread cookies. I like those a lot too. Oh, and Italian lemon cookies. Those are good. The limoncello cookies, I think they're called. Oh, the ones with pistachios and almonds, like the biscottis. I've had those. Those are pretty good. Laura says she's read brown rice is healthier. I've read that as well. I'm of the opinion where if you have an issue with blood sugar, you got to be careful with your rice. But if you don't have an issue with blood sugar, enjoy your white rice because it's still healthier than a lot of other stuff. But if you have an issue with blood sugar, you got to be a little more careful. Black hazelnut coffee. Oh, that does sound good. 7 or 8 grain rice. Interesting. That sounds like it might be really tasty. Okay, let's let it keep going a little bit here. French vanilla cappuccino. Oh, that does sound good. With a half gallon of Umel ice cream. Oh, that sounds a little rich, but
It's
tasty. Very tasty.
cheese that I've described it before. It's like a mix between a Parmesan, like a fresh Parmesan, and a aged cheddar. It's very sharp.
Maybe we can get a few hearts in the chat here for always a Chevy Silverado girl. Hope she feels a little better for the holidays. I know some of us get down for the holidays. Maybe a turkey or something in the chat. Yeah, let's get a turkey or something in the chat. Here, I'm gonna put one in there. Hold on a second, folks. We're gonna for the holidays. Here you go, Chevy Silverado girl. Hopefully this cheers you up a little. Espresso with a little bit of whipped cream. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, Mouse Toes, you got to do it in moderation. You know, Camps, it's rough. It's rough. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Chevy Silverado girl. You know, with time can fix a lot of things. Just take it a step at a time. You know, whatever it was that you can work on, just start working on it, and just focus. Keep those priorities in order and focus on what needs to be done, and I believe that you'll be successful. Oh, geez, yeah, I could believe that. You know, try to stay warm at least, right? And enjoy a show here, and know that at least you're doing better than Chantel when it comes to a few things, right?
And really delicious to go on some burgers.
Your blood work's probably better than hers, and if it's and at least you can work on your blood work, right? At least you can do something about it. I hope. I'm saying a prayer.
Something like that, just for a snack. We also have a half kg of pickles. We have also some 1 kg of.
All right, pickles. Pickles are healthy, but sodium. Chantel has so many dietary restrictions, and she eats worse than me, who doesn't have many dietary restrictions. And that's, I think, something you have to. You know what? Let me say that. I think for anybody listening, and if you're watching the replay, I'd love to hear what anybody thinks about this. But I think some good advice for life, and this I think is something that I think everybody can agree on. Give yourself some dietary restrictions before you end up getting them from the doctor. Because eventually you're going to be given dietary restrictions. Eventually the doctor is going to say to you, you can't have so much sugar, you can't have so much alcohol, you can't have so much cholesterol, you can't have so many calories. So if you could give yourself a little bit of restriction, then you won't need to be restricted from somebody else, because you won't get to that point. And that's ideal. I understand it's not always so easy. Sometimes we get a rough start, or your parents really give you poor eating habits growing up. But once you get a little older and you get a little more control over what you eat, I think that's good advice. Give yourself a little restriction, and also don't be afraid to enjoy yourself too. You got to be able to enjoy yourself and have some restriction. Oh, geez, always. Just work on it a step at a time. Try to get, if you probably already get some exercise, but if you get some more, that'd be great. Also, just work on, I'm sure they gave you some good information. Maybe they gave you some meds. Hopefully they gave you something that good. Foodie has no idea what healthy really is. Definitely. Okay. Well, yeah, if they could give you some medicine, then that should hopefully turn it around. Work on your nutrition while you take the medicine, and you might get some really good results sooner than you realize. Oh, interesting. No more nashies. That's a very good tip there. Making your own pickles to have some less sodium. Gonna hide till the holidays are over. I hope you're just joking around, Laura. I hope you enjoy the holidays at least. Yeah, always follow the doctor's orders on that kind of stuff. Yes, that's the thing at the end. Omega-3 supplements, those are good for heart, definitely. Definitely. And it leaves you, all right. Yeah, that's supposed to be good stuff. I used to, when I was heavier, I used to take the omega-3 supplements, and they definitely helped with my blood rating numbers. Yeah, and oranges, she does drink the pickle juice straight up. Wow, fantastic, Mel. My. We all can turn it around. I believe that so strongly. You're right there, 90 pounds. I myself lost about 90, 100 pounds. I've been keeping it off. Whether it's 10 pounds or 100 pounds or 200 pounds or even more, I believe that people, they just focus on their priorities. They focus in on eating right. I believe they can do it. I believe strongly. I believe that we all have, the potential to be healthy. Every one of us, at least within the limits of certain things, some genetic conditions and things like that. You can only do so much, but as far as nutrition, I believe that we all can eat well. That's fantastic. And anybody who's having success with your diet, or anybody who wants to have some success, I'm here for you. I every week, I don't want to say I struggle, because it's not struggling. It's not bad, but every week I concentrate on eating right. Some weeks I do better than others. Some weeks I don't eat that well, but overall I balance it out. I balance it out for the days, maybe 3-4 days a week. I overeat a little bit, 2-3 days a week, or 3-4 days a week. That's 8 days. It's too many days, but you get my point. But then half the time or so, I eat healthy. I eat a little bit under what I should. Yeah, she's gonna be a terrible diabetic. She already is. There you go. Yes, being active and taking those supplements will absolutely help. Definitely, that's good to hear. Oh, geez. Well, you know what, Chevy Silverado girl, I think that just keep working on your nutrition and just focus in on that, and I think that will give you some help. I mean, it sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on there, and who's to say exactly what the recipe is, but I think that just work on that nutrition, and that always helps, at least somewhat. Yeah, that's tough, Nutty. When the price of that stuff goes up, it's unfortunate, because that's healthy stuff. And I'm not against vegetarianism at all, or veganism. I think veganism can be healthy. I think vegetarianism can be very healthy. But I think that meat is also healthy. I think that you have to eat lean meat. You should eat. You can't eat the fatty stuff too much. Oh, I'm sorry, Laura. I don't talk much about myself, but I don't really have any family. So we'll celebrate with each other, right? I don't really have a lot of family to celebrate with, but I still try to enjoy the holidays, right? So we'll just enjoy it. We'll enjoy it watching YouTube. Vitamin D might be a good choice. It's okay. I don't exercise as much as I should, but I do try to walk a lot. There you go. 60 pounds. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, let's put hearts in the chat for Ilora too. I'm gonna give a heart in the chat for Ilora also, and anybody who's a little bit alone around the holidays time. Let's put some hearts in the chat for everybody who's gonna be a little bit alone around the holidays. You know, it's not the greatest, but we could still have some fun just on our own, right? I'm here for you, Camps. It's you know, at least we can have a little bit of fun watching some reality TV. I'm a meat and taters guy myself. Yeah, nothing wrong with having a simple day, just watching some shows, watching a parade, maybe talking to a friend or something. You know, it's what you make of it, right? Let's see what Foodie's eating.
Frozen chicken breast fillets.
So I really like these chicken breast fillets. I think these are actually a good choice. I think Foodie's smart with this. I think that buying a whole chicken is not a bad idea, but if you're kind of lazy like she is, getting the chicken already pre-chopped up into pieces it's going to save time. And if you're lazy like Foodie, anything that saves time and lets you eat healthy is a good choice. So I like this for a Foodie. I think these chicken breasts are a good choice. But this starts to take a downward turn here. This starts out really good. This grocery haul starts out so well, but it gets a little bit.
These are nice when they're
not
hot
so
out and
good.
cooked.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know if Skinny is going on tonight later, but if she is, let me know, folks, because I want to hand you off to her if she does. She said she might go on later, but I don't know if she is or she's not. So if she does, I'll hand you off. So folks, let me know if she is or not later. But as we're going on here, let's see what else Foodie gets.
We have a bag of frozen
Broccoli, another good choice. Foodie's haul is looking so good to start, isn't it? Right? It's
broccoli.
defying expectations.
We have a double pack of halloum cheese. Double package of tomato paste. We have a double package of tortilla chips. Tortilla wraps.
Okay, so far this isn't bad. Tomato paste, tortillas, the cheese. She's starting to get up there in the cheese. She's got like 2 pounds of cheese at this point. That's a lot of cheese now. And the butter is a lot of butter, but there is a lot of vegetables. I do like that. But let it keep going.
Double package
You're
of
welcome,
tomato
Camps.
paste. We have double package of tortilla chips. Tortilla wraps. And we have 6 packs of tuna.
You know something? Maybe that's the strategy. Maybe that's the strategy, Chevy. Maybe that's because Chantel knows she can't fit on the toilet. She can't really fit on the in the bathroom. She figures that if she eats enough cheese, she'll never really need to use it. Maybe. It's called the fart box for a reason. Oh, geez. Welcome in, Travis. I didn't see you come in there, man. Good to see you. I mean, I like cheese too, Nutty, but that is just so over the top. Oh, wow. That's unpleasant. Yeah, where are those tortilla chips, Foodie? Exactly. She bought chips and she wanted to just say the tortillas. Interesting, Ilora. Have you been, I mean, I don't want to pry, but have you been eating those, the plant-based meats for a while now? Or is there a reason why you switched to them? Were you having issues with traditional meat? Or was there I mean, you know, if you'd like to share, I'm open to hearing. That's no good. I mean, if you don't have to eat meat unless you want to, but don't let yourself become anemic. Definitely take care of yourself, man. Yes, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Let's let it keep playing. So she starts off pretty good. Pretty good.
Tuna fish.
Tuna fish?
Yeah.
Also
All right,
a good choice.
these are cool. We have
2 chickens. Again, a good choice. This starts off so good that I almost was surprised.
2 different sizes of chickens. We have
Yes, there's a lot of cheese and a lot of butter. Yes, that's true. But at least there's a lot of chicken. There's a lot of vegetables. There's a lot to like here. But there's a lot left.
frozen griller chickens, they call them. Like roasted chicken. We have just a huge bag of pita bread.
Okay, now we're getting to the now we're gonna start take a downturn. A giant bag of bread. Okay, not the best choice, but that's only the first bag of bread, right?
We have some. Oh, we have some strawberry.
2 bags of sweets, strawberry pastries and chocolate pastries. Not a good choice for somebody struggling with their weight. These kind of pre-made snacks are tasty, but the problem is you could just grab one anytime you want. And if you're struggling with your weight, you don't want stuff that you can just grab and eat. That's not good for you.
And we have some chocolate croissant. Another case of those.
These Pop Pops here, these look like they taste good, but those cannot be healthy. Oh, okay. Big into supplements. I used to be more into them, but I do like supplements. I like to take, I should say I used to take more. I used to like glutamine and taurine. Those were like 2 of my favorite supplements when I was working out. I hope so, Laura. Definitely take good care of yourself. You know, definitely just don't eat something if it makes you sick. Definitely look into that and please take good care of yourself. Oh, really? Folic acid is recommended for preventing, for helping with the brain. Good stuff. She's already eaten enough pickles to pickle her insides. Interesting. Welcome in, Rudy. I get you, Nutty. I'm mostly into the natural meats myself. I do like some veggies, but I do like fresh meat. Oh wow, Laura. I hope you can get some good news. But yeah, that's a lot of snacks. That's a lot of snacks. I get you, Travis. When we get older, our appetite goes away somewhat. In my case, that's a good thing because when I was younger, I used to eat more and I used to be heavier. So I'm glad that my appetite went away a little bit. I'm sorry to hear that, Chevy. I've had some family with dementia, and it's not a fun way to go. But God bless you there. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, heck yeah, Nutty. You could finally get help reduce the cost a little bit. Very cool, Camps. I'm a big believer in that homesteading stuff because I try to get fresh meat, but there's nothing as fresh as what you harvest yourself, right? Same thing with vegetables.
Popcorn sticks. Mr. Potato. Makes me laugh. Look at his bottom teeth. They look like Howie's.
Potato chips.
His tongue? I don't know.
A big thing of potato. 2 cans of Pringles.
This is for Salah. He loves this.
Oh, this is for Salah, right? This is for Salah.
More to that.
And if this is for Salah, Chantel, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are the wife. You're the one who sits at home and ostensibly cooks all the food. And I'm not trying to be old-fashioned here, but it's just the truth in this case. Chantel is the one who stays at home and cooks. It's what she does. And I'm not saying that she has to, but she does. Why is Salah stuck eating meat from a can when you're at home all day and you could be cooking a meal to share with the man? Why do you cook all these meals and Salah is stuck eating meat out of a darn can? I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't get it. Interesting, Nutty. You know what? I bet that probably is good for him. It's probably good for him. Oh man, I bet you got a lot. You're gonna have plenty to eat now. And I hope that folks.
3 cans.
And I'll just say this for everybody. I know I see a lot of people dealing with different struggles, whether personal or health or whatever. And I just want to say a prayer for everybody in the chat, anybody watching the show through the holidays, whether with your health or your family or yourself or just your loved ones. I hope everybody has the best holidays that they can, and I hope everybody does okay.
Grocery shopping is exhausting. Got some mixed berry juice. Got 2 of those.
Probably is.
Some apples. Some kiwis.
Okay, the fruits. I like that she got a lot of fruit, but she buys almost too much fruit. Let me go back. Yeah.
Grocery shopping is exhausting.
Grocery shopping is exhausting, guys. right? Getting it that is so exhausting, guys. Having to actually take the food out of the bags, exhausting.
Got some mixed berry juice.
Mixed berry juice.
2 of those.
2 jugs of juice. Juice is one of those things, I think, this is going to be the theme, a recurring theme that you're going to see. Foods that are nutritious, but they're caloric. That's Chantel's grocery haul here. In one sense, you might say to yourself, oh, well, she got more natural foods. That's a good thing. But everything she got is so darn caloric.
Some apples.
Apples are good.
Some kiwis.
Those are giant kiwis. I'll say that. Those are impressive.
I got this. I had a sale on this. Rose water.
Now we know what beezer spray, the secret ingredient in the beezer spray. This is the secret ingredient in the beezer spray, folks. Remember that stuff that was, what, $80 a bottle? This is what you were getting the whole time. You were getting this stuff. That's your beezer spray.
Some Syria. And I'm going to put some in a spray bottle, use some on my skin for, it's good for your skin. And also to drink, put a little bit in water.
That was the beezer spray, folks.
They use it a lot in like Arabic desserts. And we have some shredded mozzarella, 2-pack. It's always on sale. I don't like the way it mixes.
2-pack of mozzarella. Okay. Now Chantel is at way too much cheese. She had the pound of it looked kind of like Swiss cheese. Then she had the kilo of halloum cheese. And now she has a 2-pack of mozzarella cheese. She's basically eating an entire bag of cheese every single day.
On my chicken wings. Yeah. I love it. Huge cabbage.
Cabbage is massive. And you know what's weird about it? It's flat. I've never seen such a flat cabbage like that. It looks like you can sit on it.
That's huge.
It looks like a toilet seat cover, doesn't it?
In this bag here, we have some bananas.
Bananas. This is too much produce, I'm going to say. This is almost too much produce.
And some mango.
Yeah, with the mangoes, that's too much. That's too much. There's no way if she and Salah are going to have to eat fruit all day, every day for the next 5 days if they want to eat all that.
It's not very ripe right now. Hi.
Salah only likes his dino nuggies.
Almarai Laban. It's like a fermented milk drink.
I agree, Skinny. I think this was delivered.
I found these.
In my opinion, this was delivered, or this was delivered by Salah. That's my opinion. I have to see some proof otherwise.
Pickles from one of my favorite restaurants, remember?
Elizu, not a
Found
fan
them
of
in
the
the store. I'm
juice.
going to try them and see if they're the same. Let's try one now.
You know what, Elizu, that's a good point. I will agree with you on that. I think juice can be okay, especially if your weight is not an issue. But you're right. The fiber in fruit is generally healthier. Chantel loves these pickles.
I
much
hope
salt
they're the
again.
same. Oh my gosh. They smell the same. I don't know what vegetable this is. It's not a carrot. See? It's like weird.
Fingers crossed, Laura. Hopefully you can get that good news. Oh, yes, indeed, Skinny. Yes, indeed. Yeah, agreed. Laura.
Some kind of root vegetable I've never
Excellent
seen.
progress. Down 40 pounds, you say? I think you said? Or 70. Wow.
And for Salah, we got a 6-pack of Barbican. So it's a
For Salah. It's always, I love how she says for Salah. Like she doesn't eat everything that he gets.
non-alcoholic drink, and it's strawberry flavor.
Oh, no problem. All right, look at that. Did you see how Julia was about to hop out? Look at Julia. Chantel pulls Julia. Look at Julia's face right there. See that side eye she's giving the camera? She's like, let me out of this. Let me go of me. And look how look at now. Look how she's like angry now. Now she's like, I'm ready to bite. I'm going to claw you. Let go of me immediately. Like Julia is about to attack at this point. And of course she's gone then. You could tell that Julia was right about to attack.
Snack time.
Oh, the snack time. Hold on a second. I put my fan on, folks. 1 second here.
All right, so first up, we have some dried, look how huge this dry raisin is. Dried cranberries and dried raisins. Barbecue sunflower seeds. Barbecue cashews. dry apricots, dates, whatever this is, some kind of crispy cracker, spicy cracker, corn nuts, sliced almonds to put in rice, or seeds. I don't know what kind of
It's
seeds.
just a little bit muggy where I am tonight. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me go back. This stuff here, this is the worst choice for Chantel. It really is. All of these dried fruits and seeds and nuts, these are so caloric. These are just the worst choice for her. Let me catch up on the chat. Well, I hope it works. You know, God bless him. A fermented milk drink. Apparently it is like a yogurt kind of drink. Yeah, I could see that late night Hawk that Salah went shopping and did it. She might be getting that food from the government, Travis. I agree with that. Yeah, the cat was not having that. Cat hates her. Julia does not like her. Did you ever take her for the bath? I don't think Foodie has any sense of smell. Yeah, the snack bag is huge. Dried raisins, so confused. Aren't all raisins dry? That's a good question. I am in the deep south. I am like in the Georgia, Florida area. It is pretty muggy. Who's going to carry all that food from the couch? I wonder if there's even going to be much of it left. Yeah, and congratulations on the weight loss, Laura. I understand that everybody's got different circumstances. You know, some people, everybody's different. But when somebody makes a healthy weight loss like that, I think that's fantastic. I love hearing about that. I love hearing the good news, sharing the good news. I myself have struggled with weight in the past, and I don't want to go back to that. I feel so much healthier with keeping the weight off. I've kept it off for a while now. I've kept it off before in the past, but I let it get back on, and that's not a mistake I want to make again. Great. Oh, welcome in, Blondie. And yes, that is an excellent point. Moderation, self-control. These foods here that Chantel got today, most of these foods are not bad. I'll tell you right now, the Chantel's grocery haul, most of these foods are things that I would eat. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. Especially like the dried fruits and the nuts and stuff. That's all perfectly fine. But she's buying pounds and pounds and pounds of these high-calorie foods. Yeah. Oh, geez, I like the cold. Really, you're in Savannah? You're not. I mean, latitude-wise, you're. Well, hey, you know what? It just varies where you are. Sometimes in different places. All right, let's let it go. Let's let it run for a second here.
All right, so first up we have some dried. Look how huge this dry raisin is. Dried cranberries and dry raisins.
Cranberries and raisins, nothing wrong with that, but a whole bag of them is not a good choice when you're just on a diet.
Barbecue sunflower seeds.
Nuts. I love the taste of nuts. I've got a feeling Nutty likes nuts, but these are not a good choice when you're over 400 pounds. Chantel is too heavy to be buying large quantities of nuts. Like if she bought one small bag of nuts, all right, whatever, it's not going to be the end. But she's buying bags and bags and bags. Look how many she gets.
Dry apricot.
Apricots, another one. Nothing wrong with apricots, but this is very caloric stuff.
Dates, whatever this is.
Dates, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is.
Some kind of crispy cracker,
brittle
spicy
or something?
cracker. Corn nuts.
Corn nuts, again, very caloric. She's buying kilos of this.
Sliced almonds.
Almonds. That's well, actually, it doesn't look like that much, but this is all very caloric stuff. Yeah, I'm not big into humidity either, Elizio. I grew up in South Florida where it was so humid. I could not stand the weather in South Florida. I hated it. Moultrie, Georgia. Okay. Yeah, I've actually moved only here not that long ago. I moved up into the South. I moved up into the South because I originally was from South Florida. That's where I was raised, and it's like the North over there. But it's very hot and humid, down there. I cannot recommend it. All right, let's let it keep going here. It's like Thailand. That's the humidity.
To put in rice or seeds. I don't know what kind of seeds these are. If anyone knows what.
Seeds of some kind. Again, these seeds are very full of oils, and oils are not a bad thing, but that quantity. These are big bags of seeds.
1 kilo of
an entire kilo of more cashews. What is Foodie doing here? This is like she's trying to gain weight. The first half of this grocery haul was all this healthy stuff. The second half is just pounds and pounds of nuts and fruits.
Unsalted.
Dried fruits.
Cashews. Okay, so we also got some non-grocery items. All right, so we have a 2-pack here.
And Chantel finally got a razor blade. She is finally going to shave. I guess that's a good thing.
These 3-blade razors that have like the soap on them, and they're 6 in each pack, so 12. So these two were 82 cents. They're, you know, they're not the Venus brand, but they're like the knockoff, and whatever, razor's a razor. And it's 82 cents USD equivalent, like 250 fills for both. Electric hot water.
She held up your pantry, Nutty.
All right, so we got an electric hot water bag. It can be hot or cold, and just.
You think so, Travis? I think that some of the produce might be, but at least it looked good and fresh. I'll say that. Yeah, right, Eliza? Who's gonna help her shave? It's not like she can reach anywhere. I mean, right? Like maybe she's just going for the spots she can reach. Maybe that's the plan. Like she's only gonna try to like get like certain areas. Geez. Yeah, Jacksonville, I've heard good and bad about, so I can't really speak to it too much. 36 degrees and dropping. That's cold. That's very cold. A hot water bag for boils. You know what, Skinny? You might be right. Because I know it's not going to be that cold in Kuwait. Yeah, right, Caps? I'm trying not to think of that. I'm not going to even click on that comment. We're just going to leave that alone.
Good if you're not feeling well or you have a sore spot on your body. Yeah. Okay, this is the biggest bargain ever.
You know what,
okay,
Skinny?
check this out.
I think you're right, actually. Because she said if you have a sore spot on your body, and she has issues with cellulitis. So I could absolutely see that. I can absolutely see it. It's 46 in NY. That's pretty cold. Yeah, right now where I am, it's still a bit warm. But it should be cooling off soon, hopefully. That's about the only area I think she can reach, Nutty. Maybe she's going to shave the sides of her head. I don't know. Shave the stubble on her scalp.
Get the blood sugar monitor.
Oh, I know it. She's going to shave between her eyebrows. That's what she's going to do. She's going to keep this area nice and clean. It's about the only thing she can reach.
You get the lamp.
The blood sugar monitor. I want everybody to see this.
Okay, this is the biggest.
All right. This is what Foodie the other day said that she got some numbers for back on her blood sugar that weren't so good. I have trouble believing they were only not so good. I've got a feeling the doctor probably said to her, you're a dead woman walking. How the heck are you even alive? Like your blood sugar is so off the charts. You should be in a coma right now. I don't know how you're even moving around. I've got a feeling that's what the doctor said to her. Said, yeah, you need to get on some medication yesterday. Here's some pills. Take these tonight. Hopefully you'll live through till tomorrow morning.
Biggest bargain ever. Okay, check this out. You get the blood sugar monitor. You get the lamp. The
55 degrees. Now that's beautiful to me. I would love that. Nice and cozy, not too cold. 40's a little cold for me. I like the Tennessee weather right there. Oh my, that's for me. Right now it's still just a little bit warm where I am. Skinny's got staying warm with the doggy. Yeah, Chins is plugged up from all the cheese. Exactly. It's the only area she can still reach. 58 degrees. That's nice. That's kind of what it is around here, but at least tonight when it cools off a little bit tonight it will be. Yeah, she has to be. If she's not diabetic, I'd be very surprised. I mean, I don't see how she could not be the way she. Oh, and hold on a second. What's this in the background here? What's this in the background? What's this thing in this container here? I don't remember her showing that on the grocery haul. Do you? Do you remember seeing that in the grocery haul? This little tub of whatever that is? Maybe I just missed it, but I do not remember seeing that. I think that she may have not shown us every single thing that she bought, because I don't remember seeing that, whatever this is. This looks like some kind of spread, like cream cheese spread or something, doesn't it? Yeah. She left something out. She left something out.
Lancer, I guess you would call it. 50 Lancets.
Aw.
Is that what they're called? Yeah, Lancets.
Frito Paws.
Blood glucose test strips. So
I agree, Travis. She's not going to take them reliably.
there's 50 tests here with the expiry date and everything. Yeah.
All right, 50 tests. How much you want to bet that lasts her a year? Because she's never going to take her sugar. Like I bet she'll test it only when she knows it's going to be good. I could totally see her being one of those, Foodie being one of those people who's only going to measure her sugar first thing in the morning when she wakes up because she knows it won't be so bad. She will absolutely never measure it when she's supposed to. The cooler for the insulin, right? She's playing with her own life, Chevy, and I think she doesn't care, which is sad. She should care. There were a time where people cared about Foodie. Oh, and speaking of care about Foodie, not that I care that much, but her beezers should care, right? If anybody should care, it's them. They are the worst enablers, or they are trolls, or I don't know what they are. Because I sometimes I'll watch one of Foodie's vids and I'll look at the comments. The comments are, sometimes they're kind of supportive, but there's usually not a lot. When she made that video attacking FFG, there were so many comments egging her on. Like every comment was like, yeah, you tell her. Yeah, Foodie, you tell her off. Yeah, this. Oh yeah, Chantel, you're so funny. Oh yeah, you tell that woman. You're so funny, Chantel. Everybody was gassing her up when she went off on FFG. Those people are not your friends, Foodie. Those beezers are not your friends. The people encouraging you to fight and to go lower and to be more insulting and more rude, those people are not your friends. At best, they're your enablers, but they probably are just your trolls. That's what I have to say on that. Aw, sounds cute. Yeah, that's a new item. She certainly ain't landscaping that. She's not landscaping that blimp. Welcome in, Crab Apples. Homework is going to be the end. I don't want to distract you from your studies, but you can listen in a little bit, I hope. Yeah, looks like a cream cheese or butter spread. Yep. Oh, hey, Skinny, are you planning to go live in a little bit? I will definitely hand the crowd off if that's what you're planning to do when the time comes. Oh, geez, I got behind in the chat again. Those tests expire. Interesting, Crab Apples. I was not aware of that. Yes, looks like a tub of some kind of spread. Oh, no, you're a professor. Do you mind if I ask your field? You don't have to, share if you don't like. I know people sometimes like to stay private. Yeah, right. She'll poke her finger one time, say, "Oh, it hurts," or she'll say, I get faint when I see my own blood." She's gonna make some excuse like that. Yeah, okay, Blondie. Thank you for that analysis, because I heard her say that as well, and I'm not really as familiar with that. I need to get better with that. I need to learn more about that. I agree with you, Elizu. I think they're just trolls. I think that maybe a few of them are enablers, but I think they're mostly trolls, because she does not get that much support whenever Foodie does something to help herself. Whenever she starts trouble, she gets all that support. Yeah, I'll be shocked too if she has the wherewithal to be the discipline. Yeah, it takes a lot of discipline. And also she'd have to start eating better. Nutty, I would try to, but Foodie's done so many fake apologies. I would have to see a long period of time to believe her. And, well, hey, maybe in 10 years, right? Oh, thank you. Yep, she does not care as long as she gets the attention. Agreed. Those look like shelled sunflower seeds? Okay. Yeah, right? Julia will happily draw some blood for the tests. All she has to do is get a little too handsy.
So that's an awesome deal. It was 3 KD and a half. That's like $11 US. 2 bottles of
Only
disinfectant.
$11 for her to know that she's eating herself to death. That's a bargain. That's a steal. She found I think this is the other half of the ingredients that were in the Beezer spray. I think it was the rose water and this pine oil. I think that was the entirety of the Beezer spray. Although, does anybody else think this might have been Chantel's loophole to get around the no alcohol in Kuwait thing? She could take a drink of this stuff, right?
Dettol, pine oil disinfectant for the kitchen floor and stuff.
Oh, geez, Chevy.
Bottle
Sorry to hear that.
dish soap, lean brand.
You know, but at least you know, right? As long as knowing's half the battle, because you could work on your nutrition and help to mitigate that. And I just thought it was really funny that stuff was called lean.
Bottle of
A bottle of lean. Chantel's got a bottle of lean. Anybody who listens to rap music knows how funny that is. That Chantel has a bottle of lean, because I know that she wants to drink that.
dish soap, lean brand.
No, she really can't. and she can't bend over enough anyway.
Pretty cute. For bringing whatever you want to keep
Her diabetes
hot
bag.
or cold. Pretty cute, eh? All right.
Yes. Blondie.
I think that's about it for this haul.
That's another thing too. Foodie was not. She said it was supposed to be a fasting test. We don't know if she did or she didn't. She said she didn't, but we don't really know what the truth is. She might have intentionally tried to manipulate the levels. Yeah, if Foodie changes for a long period of time, you know how you'll know Foodie changed? Because she'll stop trying to talk about how she's changed. She'll just do it. If Foodie really changed, she wouldn't have to tell anybody. She would just start acting differently. People would just notice on their own. They'd say, hey, how come Chantel hasn't been starting any trouble? How come Chantel's been losing weight? How come Chantel has quit that fake marriage BS? How come she's got a job, she's volunteering? I mean, there would be things that you would see. She wouldn't have to say anything. You'd say, hey, how come she hasn't been fighting with FFG anymore? You would just, that would be the proof right there. You would just notice, because she would disappear. She would stop arguing with people all the time. Stop being rude. She must have got a scare at that report. I don't know what numbers were. She said she had a 6. I don't know what she actually had. I don't know what exactly that she got, but she must have got a bit of a scare, because she's had bad diagnoses for a while now. 2 years ago, I believe she had a bad diagnosis 2 years ago, and she didn't make any real changes. So we'll see if these changes stick. If she's buying food and not even being honest about it, like this tub or whatever that is in the corner there, we'll see. Yeah, the purple drink. She's got that lean. Yeah, go green. Got to keep it positive for the kids. I'm glad you agree, Blondie. I think that makes a lot of sense, Oranges, because why would she be showing it off like this? I really do believe that. I'm of the opinion that if Chantal were seriously concerned about her blood sugar and seriously concerned about diabetes, she wouldn't be telling us, because she'd be too proud to admit it. She does not want to admit that all of her critics are right, because I mean, it's just, she's basically doing that. When she got this diabetes test kit, she's essentially admitting that everybody who said that she was diabetic was right. So the blood test could just be fabricated, and this could just be all for show. She said it was only $12. Yeah, just for $12, now she can pretend that she's taking her blood sugar seriously. Yeah, and the amount of carbs that she eats is crazy. Oh yeah, right. What's going to be her cope for this year? Oh, that's seafood pie. You hit it. You just figured it out. If I could give you an award, I would. If I could give you an award, I would. Seafood pie. I don't know if you maybe heard this somewhere else, or if this is you just came up with this, but seafood pie just nailed it. This is Chantel's excuse for Ramadan. She got diabetes in time so that when Ramadan comes up, oh, I have blood sugar problems. I can't fast for Ramadan because of my blood sugar. See, look, here's my test kit. Here's my test kit, folks. This proves I have diabetes, so I can't fast. I would love to fast because I'm such a pious, but I can't because of my diabetes. And you wouldn't want me to get sick because of my diabetes, would you? She is so, ooh, she's so slick. Whenever Ramadan is, she's, by guarantee you, she's gonna be talking about diabetes more and more and more until it gets here. That is very insightful, Seafood Pie. You read her like a book. You read her the way she is not reading the Quran. Yeah, she does like to brag. Yes, and hello to everybody. And if anybody's watching, hopefully hit that like button if you're enjoying the show. And please click subscribe and the bell icon if you'd like to see more of these shows, if you're enjoying them. Hopefully you are. Oh, let me give one more shout out also to IC847 with her very generous $25 donation that she submitted. Thank you very much, IC. I also got an anonymous donation this week. So I just want to thank them as well. But yes, thank you, IC847, and thank you to Anonymous for earlier this week. My apologies for not mentioning that anonymous person. But they asked to be anonymous, so whatever. All right, you got my point. Yeah, she thinks she is pre-diabetic, that she needs to see a doc. Okay. I agree. 100%. That was it. Yeah, the doctor would tell her no soda, no juice. Ramadan is in March. Thank you very much, Chevy Silverado girl. Yeah, that is not that far away. In fact, that is just the perfect amount of time for her to say, "Oh, I've been taking my diabetes serious now for a few months, and now that we're in Ramadan." Yeah, that makes sense too, Oranges. That if she actually went public with having an illness, then it could affect her visa status. Welcome in, the Watcher. I love that hummingbird. She is calculated. Foodie's a bit of a dope, but she's got a cleverness to her. She has a cleverness to her. Jeez.
Oh, so yeah. The total of this haul was 64 KD. So that's around 211 US dollars. But I'll put all the conversions here somewhere, okay, for you guys. Different conversions so you have an idea. I know you guys like that kind of thing. So yeah, every time we do groceries, if it's a little different, we'll show you. It's exhausting doing groceries.
How is it exhausting doing groceries? How is she not embarrassed to say this? Like, I mean, I can get it. Maybe she just said it without thinking, but she edits these videos, doesn't she? When she was watching this video, didn't she bother to think, it's kind of embarrassing to say that I'm exhausted from just unpacking some groceries that's sitting on my butt.
Anyway, I did go with Salah this time, so that's why I'm tired. I'm not just tired from just him shopping. But anyway, thank you for watching this video, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay. If Skinny wants to go on, I will send you over to Skinny. If Skinny wants to go on a little bit later, I will run one more little vid first. Skinny, let me know what you want to do. But until then, I will run one more video because I'm not able to get to all the content that I wanted to tonight. So something is going to have to give. But I can still get one more vid in tonight. I could do the airsoft fatty mukbang, or I could do the ALR. I'm gonna do the ALR because the ALR vid is so short. I can actually cover that one pretty quickly. So just give me one, let me just pull that up. The ALR one is really short. It's only like 5 minutes. Kind of. Not like a big family Thanksgiving. I do have a family member I will be spending the holiday with, but it's not going to be like a big festival or anything. I'm going to make a duck probably, and maybe some like mashed sweet potatoes or something. Just keep it simple. Okay, Skinny. Then I'm going to run the Amberlynn video at least, and after that, if you want to go on, I'll send folks over to you. It's up to you. Going where, Nutty? Yeah, I'm just going to make a duck because there's not going to be enough people for a whole turkey. And I don't really like turkey that much either. I know I'm weird, but I don't really like turkey. So that's that. I don't feel too bound by tradition. And besides, if you look back on the first Thanksgiving, they didn't eat only turkey. They said they ate a variety of a game fowl. So there you go. They ate all kinds of birds on Thanksgiving originally, at least from what I read. So yeah, you could eat all kinds of. any type of fowl, any type of good game fowl, I believe is how they refer to it. Yeah, let's have a. We could run it a little bit late tonight. At least I'll run it a little bit late tonight. Yeah, got to go grocery shopping a little bit early for Thanksgiving. Oh, oranges! You think she did that to like sat on it, like sat live on the phone the whole time telling him what to buy? I could see her doing that. Duck fat fries. I've heard about those. Never had them, but I will have some extra duck fat. You know how I make the duck? I'll share my little treat, my little trick recipe. This is what I do. Beef bourguignon. That's good stuff. I've had that. That is really good. I'm good. The way I make the duck is I first I defrost it. I buy a frozen duck. I defrost it, and then I salt up the skin, and I put some pepper on it and some salt, and I put some salt, a little bit of salt on the inside, and then I let it sit in the fridge for like a day or two, so that the salt can kind of cure in there, and then I dry it off, and then I fry it in the pan, so that it renders out some of the fat, and it gets the outside nice and crispy, and then I put it in the oven for like an hour and a half, and it comes out so juicy, and it comes out so crispy. It's just perfect. It's so good. I mean, you have to, the time it varies depending how big the duck is, but frying it in the pan first so that the outside gets nice and crispy, it makes it so delicious every time. It comes out so good every time I make it. I'm surprised how good it comes out. All right. So yeah, let's, she's probably waited in the ticking time bomb of their new car and just FaceTime Salah the whole time. Stuffing a meatloaf. That sounds interesting. We cook everything under the. I'm actually not a Southerner by birth. I'm Southerner by transplant. But I'm somebody who's willing to try all kinds of different stuff. Ooh, we're getting closer. That's awesome, crab apples. We're getting over five. We've gotten over 500, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. This channel's. I just love the fact we have so many people out here coming and joining the show. We get to talk a little bit about the holiday, you know, like cooking, and but also with a healthy twist, right? And that's another reason I like to fry the duck in the pan, because a lot of the grease renders out. So when you do eat the duck, the skin is very thin and crispy. It's not chewy and fatty. Pretzel Jello, that is an odd one. That might be really good, though. I have no idea if that's good or not. Meatloaf made with stovetop. Okay, sure, why not? You know, it's crab apples. That's awesome. You know, and you know what I like also. You know, we're all being so happy tonight. I'll say what I really like a lot is I think that we're able to disagree a little bit sometimes, and I think that's what's really important. I think a lot of times people are so afraid to disagree about anything that it makes a very superficial kind of environment. And not that I think we have any kind of super deep discussion or anything like that. You know, we're just having some fun. But I think that people are able to just say what they feel for the most part, and I think that's why we have fun here, because we're not hypersensitive with what we say. All right. So speaking of that, I'm just going to put on the second half of this because the first half is kind of boring. But I will show what she has in her fridge real quick.
Fix my broken heart, and I just don't know how to do that right now. Okay, so I just got done walking.
So let me make sure I'm sharing the screen. Yes, I'm sharing the screen. Okay, let me put myself on here. Elisa says she'd eat a deep fried Snickers. I would eat a deep fried Snickers too, but I would only eat one. Yep, I love deep fried food. That's something that I am very happy to be. I've never tried deep fried butter. I don't know about that, but deep fried stuff I do like deep fried stuff. I admit that. That's a weakness of mine. Belgian fries sounds good. Sweet potato pie. I'm not big on sweet potato pie, but I will eat it. Homemade mac and cheese. Okay, crab apples. I gotta ask, what kind of homemade mac and cheese? Do you mean with actual cheese, or do you mean with Velveeta and margarine? Because if you mean with Velveeta and margarine, I must abstain. I am not into that Velveeta and margarine stuff. Yeah, I tried it. You know, Laura, I think we got a good blend of you know, being straight up and being respectful at the same time. I think we got a good balance. Okay, then I will try that. It's made with real cheese. Okay, let's put on this video here real quick.
Twinkie, and I made some very thin pork chops. She thinks that she's getting some, but she's not. They're super tiny and thin. Just cooked it in the air fryer, and I added some garlic salt and some pepper.
Okay, who is she fooling? That is not even a snack. That is not even a snack for this girl. These pork chops could not be any smaller. This is a joke. This is an insult. This is not even like, is this even like 6 ounces of pork?
Super tiny and thin. Just cooked it in the air fryer.
Yes, and they look really tough. I gotta tell you, Elizu, pork, I know some people, they don't like the pork to be at all, they like it very overdone. I don't like it to be too tough. Yeah, that is probably as rough, tough as leather.
And I added some garlic salt and some pepper. As for my drink,
but they're so thin that even if they are tough, they're probably okay to eat anyway.
Which is literally my most favorite thing right now. Gatorade Zero.
Okay, these zero sugar drinks, I am on the fence with these. I think that these are good if they get you away from sugary drinks, but if these make you crave sugar, which they do for some people, you might want to avoid them.
Glacier Freeze, this is my last one.
That artificial sweetener is very strong.
So I'm gonna enjoy it. I also have the fruit punch one. This one, it's okay, but this one by far is the best one I've ever had.
They're like chips, exactly. Okay, now I was surprised. Amber's living with her mom, isn't she? I'm surprised they don't have a washing machine where she lives.
They're now in the dryer. Hello. All right, so clothes are done. I had to buy like these stretchy baggies.
Amber's big. Jeez. Oh, and you know something? The bag in front, that is a style that
they're now in the dryer. Hello. All right, so
that.
Clothes are done. I had to buy like these stretchy baggies because I accidentally ripped the trash bags. So that's a situation.
Bad memories.
Hey guys, so it is the next day. I am just getting ready. I'm about to put on some lipstick here.
Okay.
So I really am sad.
She's about to grab her little. Okay, let me fast forward to the breakdown because this gets a little boring. Let me fast forward to the food really quickly, and then we'll do the breakdown. Okay, so this is the food that she bought. I'm just gonna say this. I eat some of this stuff. I'm not too proud to admit it, but most of this food is very caloric. Like these tortellini pestos here. And these raviolis, I actually like Italian sausage ravioli. And I've even had that brand. It's not that bad. But a whole big bag of ravioli and mashed potatoes and all that, this is just very caloric stuff.
Some sour cream and chives.
And pre-made stovetop stuffing, not the worst, but you know, it's
potatoes, chicken stuffing.
The pre-made potatoes, the pre-made ravioli, everything's pre-made. She has nothing but time to cook.
I got some of these like raviolis. This is Italian sausage and a chicken and roasted garlic, paper towels, pork chops because I'm obsessed, some olive oil and garlic sauce for the raviolis. I got some ramen noodles, and of course I got a ton of my most favorite drink.
Ramen noodles, Gatorade, and I'll say this: some of this stuff doesn't look so bad, like the tomato sauce and the Gatorade. And the pork chops, again, these are more like cutlets really than chops. They're so thin, but nothing wrong with that. But again, ramen soup, and let's be real. Does anybody think this is what Amber really eats? You don't stay 500 pounds eating a few pork chops and some vegetables.
Now it is so.
There's no way this is what.
And then I got
broccoli and cauliflower and radishes. This is not what Amber really eats. This is for show.
A ton of veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, radish, celery, random stuff, and of course apples.
Oh geez, Travis, I'm sorry about that.
I look like a mess. I feel like a mess. This is like a moment where I
feel
literally
better
told
soon,
myself
man.
that I was not going to do this. I was not going to do this. But, like,
all right, here's the
truth
breakdown.
is,
Let's pause.
As the time goes on.
All right, Amber now is going to do the breakdown about her relationships. A lot of, the pork cutlets, nothing wrong with that, but not cooked into leather. Exactly. Geez, Travis, take good care of yourself, man, and make sure to have some good nutrition. Get plenty of well, I want to say fresh air, but not if it's too cold. Just take good care of yourself, man. Wow, Camps, I could believe that. I've done some math, and depending on the amount of activity, but I've seen anywhere reported from 3,000 to 4,000 calories or even more. It takes thousands of calories a day. It takes thousands of calories a day just to maintain your body weight when you're that big. So there's no way that she's only eating that little bit of vegetables and stuff. Yeah, and it's all pre-made food, which if you have all day to cook is not the best thing. Lots of water. Excellent. Excellent. Definitely drink lots of water if you're feeling that.
And I am losing more and more of like the two people that I love, which is such a weird concept that like you can love more than one person at a time, because like
she's very quiet in this video, so I'm going to turn down my microphone a little bit. So that you can hear her. Hold on, let me turn down my audio. Oh, crap. All right, let me share the screen again. 1 second. I hate to do that. Share the screen.
and it's just like the more I lose them and the more time goes, like I just feel so broken, and I go out and I do things and I try to distract myself the best that I can, and then I come home.
She talks about losing the people in her life and feeling so broken, and she's about to start crying in a minute. So let me slow it down just a little bit. Back to 1.25.
Home, and I am just...
Is she throwing a pity party, Elizu? A bit of a short one, but it's very intense. This is a very intense pity party. Hopefully you can hear her.
Hit with like loneliness, and all of my thoughts, all of them, and all of my feelings are just like...
All of Amber's thoughts. Does anybody have the... Does anybody hear crickets? That's the sound of all of Amber's thoughts. Cheep, 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 cheep. Just hear the crickets.
And it's there for me to listen to and for me to feel, and I just don't like it. It is literally torture. I feel like I'm being tortured, because it's like, it's that type of like loneliness and that type of pain where it's like a lump in your throat and you're...
She feels tortured with loneliness. She only broke up with her caretaker, what, a month ago? How many months ago was it now already? And Wipey was not even like her actual girlfriend. Wipey was just her caretaker. It's such a pity party fishing expedition here. There was no relationship there. She wouldn't even allow herself to be photographed with you.
Chest is super heavy, and you just like...
Her chest is super heavy? I don't...
I feel like you're gonna spiral. Like that's how it
eyes are
feels.
super heavy.
I just don't
her chest
know how to
is not
be
super
alone.
heavy.
I don't. And I'm coming to terms with that more than like ever. Like I physically
thoughts and prayers
can be alone, but mentally it's hard. And I think what's making it hard is like the fact that I'm not 100% happy. Like I'm going through so many different emotions when it comes to like 2 heartbreaks at one time, and it's just causing me to like go through a low. Like I'm just like really low, and I don't know how to handle it, because it's like I want to film, I want to do my job, but it's like how can I do it when I can barely like focus on like anything?
You're right, guys. Like she wants to make more vids, she wants to make more content, but she is just so depressed. She just can't do it. She's too depressed.
I don't even know how to explain it. Like,
and I love how she titles the video "Having a Breakdown in Camera, Needing a Caretaker, Going Back to Mukbangs." She really wanted this video to get some views. Because I'll admit, I normally don't watch Amber's vids, but when I saw this title, even I had to click on it.
I don't even know. I just am having a hard time separating job from my real life, because it just doesn't make sense. Because my...
You hear that? Amber's having trouble separating her job from her real life. I pity her so much. Yes, watch out. It's after Halloween already, though, right? She needs a new wiper. I think she actually does, and I don't want to be like vulgar about it, but I really do think so. Some people just can't be alone, and that's what Amber says. Yeah. This is
my job is my life, and
her job is her life. You hear that? Her job is her life. Recording herself, eating, not even eating what she really. That's another thing too. She doesn't even show what she really eats. She lies. Your job, as you put it, is to document your life on camera. And you don't even do that, Amber. You don't even show us your life. You lie to us.
Like, there's no break from that. Sometimes
there's no break.
I miss having that job where I have to get up and I have to go and just leave my mind the best that I can. And I have to focus on other people and other things. And
pity her. Poor woman. I feel so bad for Amber. Can't you hear my heart breaking for her? I feel so bad for her right now. Yes, totally. I'm doing my Salah impression. Oh, baby, don't cry. Please don't cry, baby. I'm doing my Salah impression. That's how I feel about Amber right now. Could not be less emotional. We're supposed to feel bad that she has a job on YouTube. Nobody makes you go to work on YouTube, Amber.
And yes, I could go get a different job. I
Yes,
love
you
YouTube.
could.
I don't want to quit YouTube. Right now, I'm focusing on how can I healthily bring both of these things together without bombarding you guys with like just my sadness.
Agreed.
I don't want to do that again.
I don't want to bombard you with my sadness, but I'm just going to record a video doing it. Yeah, Amber. Yeah, I agree with Crab Apples here. Stay in school, learn a trade, start a business, whatever it is, but try to do something, take care of yourself if you can. Do your best. She's having a hard time doing the things, doing the stuff, doing the things, but she's eating the things. She's doing good on that. Sin of omission is still a sin. Indeed, Camps. Indeed. It's not fun to think about, but it's true. You know, Elizu, if I didn't know better, if I just watched this video, I would think that she works in an office and she has to commute like an hour and a half, and she has customers just screaming at her all day long. She has a boss breathing down her neck. She never gets 5 seconds to herself. She doesn't even get a lunch. You would think that she is really working hard if you just listen to this vid. Respect, Nunny. I got a lot of respect for you on that. And I think Amber and Chantel have that incel energy where they think they're entitled to a lot more than they are. It's like Amber, I don't know what she thinks she's entitled to exactly, but it's more than what she has. And that's why she's so upset, because she feels like she's entitled to a full-time caretaker. It's not healthy. And she is pretty much unemployable. I agree with that. But I will say, I think Amber could do some kind of a part-time job if she wanted to. If she doesn't want to, then don't. But don't complain if you don't. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, just be grateful for whatever it is. If you want a job, then go get one. If you don't have a job, then be grateful. You know, I've always been okay being alone, but I do like to be in a relationship a little bit. But I don't know. I guess I've always been a bit of a loner. But I've always had a lot of friends at the same time too. I've always, you know, I've dated, I've had friends, but I'm happy to be alone at the same time. I'm not somebody who needs to be in a relationship. She should just move into a nursing home. She's gonna end up there eventually, right? Just get there now. We've only got a few more minutes, folks.
But I'm just having a hard time. Like, and I've thought of like, why don't I just go back to like filming mukbangs? And it's like, that's not who I am anymore. It would be.
Did you hear that, folks? We got to replay this line. I'm actually going to slow it down because I'm not going to watch the whole video. We're just going to watch like another minute, maybe 2. I mean, there's only 3 minutes left anyway, to be fair.
But I'm just having a hard time. Like, and I've like.
Just look at all those tears just pouring down. I mean, her eye makeup. It's barely even. Her eye makeup could not be more perfect. And she's trying to act like she's crying, and her eye makeup is like totally. It's like coming to a perfect, crisp point. This is not what your eye makeup looks like if you're crying. Just pointing that out. If you want us to think you're crying, do not do this crispy eye makeup first.
Stupidly, I've thought of like, why don't I just go back to like filming mukbangs? And it's like, that's not who I am anymore.
It's not who she is. Now she still mukbangs, but she doesn't film them. Now she just mukbangs off camera, because there's no way that she could stay that weight unless she was actually still mukbanging. I do not believe for 1 second that this girl has stopped mukbanging. She's only stopped uploading. That's all she's done. She's stopped uploading the vids. There is no way that she has stopped eating for 3 people.
Would be ultimately the easiest choice I could make, is just eat for you guys and just
bullshit. But I almost broke my own rule when I try not to curse. I almost said it. ALR, I am angry at you. You almost made me curse on my show. You almost made me swear. That is BS. That is such BS. That is such BS.
Ultimately, the easiest choice I could.
That would be so easy for me just to go back to eat on camera. No, well, if it's so easy for you, why aren't you doing it? You always take the easiest path. Amber, come on, we know that. If you genuinely thought the easiest thing you could do was to be mukbanging, you would have mukbanged this entire video. She can't even, you know, when you pause the video, you can see how fake she is. You can see how fake she is. Like, there's no tears. She's not even frowning. Like, she's trying not to smile. If you look at how fake. There's not a single real emotion here. This is all fake. This is
both
just
of
all
these
so
things
damn
together
fake.
without bombarding you guys with like just my sadness.
Oh, my
I
sadness,
don't
my
want to do
Marty.
that again.
She keeps looking for a tear, but she can't even find one. She can't even find a single drop of tear.
But I'm just having a hard time.
Having a hard time. She keeps trying. She keeps poking herself in the eye. She knows that if she keeps poking herself in the eye, eventually a tear will come out.
Like, stupidly, I've thought of like, why don't I just go back to like filming mukbangs? And it's like, that's not who I am anymore. It would be ultimately the easiest choice I could make is just eat for you guys and just eat on camera. It would help my bank account. It would help my views. It would help engagement. It would help take my mind off of everything. But it's like, that's
but then Amber, if you really believe that, you would be doing it. That's why I don't believe you. I don't know Amber that well, but I know her well enough to know that she's a big liar, big old liar. And she is so fake. She is trying so hard to not laugh. How many times do you think she had to do this video to keep, but how many edits did she have to make to cut out all the scenes where she just cracked up laughing at the camera? Changed it back from Bebsy. I like Bebsy. But welcome in Diet Pepsi. We're still glad to have you. What's that little thing next to the Pepsi, may I ask? I can't quite see what that is. She's got too many sodiums. That's what it is. We got to pity her, Elizo. It's not that she doesn't cry. She doesn't have the tears. She can't even bring the tears. Start a club called, I think they're too lazy. I think that would take too much work, Mushy. I think if somebody else started the club and gave it to them, they might do it. But no, they're too lazy to do the club. How many jump cuts? That's how many times you had to cut out the laughing. It's a thing of country crock. Yes. I'm being a little bit nasty, but this video really is just so fake. I have no problem calling out this girl when she's being a liar and a fake. And this video is fake.
It's not who I am anymore.
It's not who I am anymore.
I can't take the easier way out. I can't do that. I can't do that to myself. And like ultimately,
how many others? You are right about the jump cuts, by the way, Nutty. These jump cuts, that must be when she puts the tears on, because they just
appear. I don't want to do that to you guys. I don't want to do that to the people who have.
And you know what else? I think these tears. I think this is water that she splashed on, because you notice the eye makeup is still totally dry. There's like these drops under the eye, and there's like nothing connecting it to the eye.
Continuously supported me.
She keeps trying to smudge it.
Growth in me. I can't do that, and I won't do that. But it's like I do have that nagging thought in my brain of like, well, just do that then. I don't want to do that. So it's like I'm just like stuck.
Oh, I almost did it again. I don't want to do that. I don't want to just eat on camera. You don't want to eat on camera, Amber, because you know that you don't get the same views like you used to. You know that you don't have the following you once had, and that your mukbangs don't get the views they once did. If you really thought you could do a mukbang and get 100,000 views, that's what you would do. There's no reason that Amber would not do that. The only reason she's not doing it is she doesn't think it'll work, and she thinks that doing this sad fishing will work better.
This weird spot of just like trying to figure it all out, because it's like not only did I lose people that I was in love with, but it's like I lost my best friend, and I just feel so freaking lost. I know I
lost my best friend, and I feel so freaking lost. Her best friend, her best friend wouldn't even appear on camera. And I'm not saying like appearing on camera it means something by itself, but in all that time, there was never even like a single tender moment between them.
So hard on someone else to make me feel good that I hate it. I just want to feel good by myself. And I know that's going to be like that's going to be a challenge. And I'm honestly, I see the comments now where it's like, at the beginning of this video, I was like, I'm not going to talk about this, and I don't want to cry. And then here I am, literally the next day in the same video.
Oh my God.
Crying. Sometimes just like talking about it helps, and just.
I'll speed it back up for the last minute. I don't think there's much else left, but there's only 1 minute left, so we'll just let it finish.
Crying and letting it out helps, because I shove down so many tears all the time, and it's like I need to like stop doing that.
Several
Okay,
hours.
so
Okay, let's pause it for a second. Let me catch him on some comments. Didn't she cheat on her? I think she did, Mushy. Great point, Oranges. These gals have totally screwed themselves. They've really killed their own audiences. That's the other thing too. There was a time when Amber had her own little organic audience, and so did Chantel, and just really treated their audiences poorly, took them for granted. Oranges. Amber totally was disrespectful, never appreciated her audience, lied to them constantly. Chantel's the same way, said, I'll manipulate you every chance I get. I mean, this, and now they're crying about it. They feel lonely and they don't know what to do. And yeah. I do think they really did break up. I do agree with you on that, Diet Pepsi. But I don't think there was ever much real love there. I don't think that Amber really loved a wifey. I think she just loved having a caretaker. Let me put the last minute back.
I feel better now. I'm currently standing in my kitchen eating Coolwhip with a butter knife out of the container.
Yeah.
You know? So I was cuddling with Rarity on the bed after my crying session.
Hello. Say hello. How you doing?
I talked to a friend of mine and I feel better. So sometimes you just
Talk to a friend and feels better. Okay, well, that's good. Good. Glad you cheered up a little, Amber. And I'm glad you're eating Coolwhip out of the freaking jar.
need to cry. So I cried. Sadness, pain, heartbreak, all of it's coming in waves, and you guys happen to just witness, well, partially witness one of them. And I could take it out of this video, but honestly, I'm done wearing a mask. I'm done. Go through portions of the day where I'm really happy and portions of the day
she's done wearing, well, as long as she's done wearing a mask, well, as long as she's not sick, right?
where I'm really low. And if
She means emotionally. She means emotionally. Okay.
on continuing to grow as a person, a YouTuber, and grow more connected to you guys, then I have to be honest with where my head's at.
Well, there you go.
I have a problem with food. I am.
You can love more than one person at a time, because like I really never
Well,
believed.
I think that's all the videos we got for today. I think today was fun stuff, everybody. Yeah, exactly. How could you cry and have those many tears and have that crispy eye makeup? That eye makeup was crisp. That was that stuff looks like it was blow dried on there. It was so it couldn't have been more preserved. At least Rarity seems to tolerate Amber's presence, unlike Julia. That's fair. That's interesting to say. Oh, I'm glad you liked the camps. And her butt wet. Yes, that's what she really misses. All right, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I think it was a solid show. Let me put up, if anybody would like to make a donation to the show, here's the link on my channel homepage. Donations always appreciated, never required. I hope everyone had a good time. Hopefully everybody, anybody, if you're not feeling well, I just want to say, thank you for coming here. As long as you're here in the chat, even if you're just watching, you're welcome here. Just as long as you're enjoying the show. That's all that matters to me here, right? Yes, thank you indeed, Lady Nighthawk. Thank you all to everybody. Hope you all have a blessed rest of your day or night. Be sure to hit that thumbs up on your way out. If you're not subscribed, please do so and turn on the Lady Nighthawk. That is just a beautiful message. I think that absolutely is. Let me see. Oh, Hannibal's on. Why does everybody go? You know what? I'm going to put on a link to Hannibal. Everybody go visit him. Let me put a link there. Let me put a link to Hannibal's chat. All right. I think we got Hannibal here. You guys all check him out. Let him know I said hi. Sent y'all over there. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Hey, as long as you get some exercise, it's worth it, right? Turn it into a positive. Good night, good night, good night, everybody. Oh, the chat tonight was on fire. You folks were fantastic tonight. This was just a really fun episode. I think we had a really great time. Everybody go say hi to Hannibal or go wherever you want. Have some sleep if you want. I will probably be getting some rest, but I may come in there to lurk a bit. All right. Good night, everybody.